Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV on this beautiful Sunday evening. We've had a beautiful day today. We have got a new show for you, a show that's going to be hosted by the man next to me, Alex. It's the European Watch Along. But before we move on to that, let's cue the intro.
Know how I'm here, and it's you that I want and need. Feel your heartbeat. Feel somewhere you're looking good. Feel your heartbeat. Feel somewhere you're looking good.
Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you are all well and having a lovely Sunday evening here. You can already see there's nearly 9-10 of you here already. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're new here to GNA TV as well. This will be something that Alex, hopefully, if he enjoys today, will look to do once a week. It won't just be the French League. We'll maybe look to sort of review all the games across Europe, and Alex will pick what he thinks is the best game to do. Or to do a watch along with you guys. You guys will be able to get involved. We're going to put the link in the chat. You can have a chat with him, ask questions. This is what he's here for. I'm going to hand it over to this guy. Alex, how you doing?
I'm doing really good, thank you. Lovely little intro for it. Yeah, this is going to be a regular show. We're going to be covering whenever the Premier League gets a bit boring, because I'm sure we all looked at Sunday evening and saw Aston Villa beat West Brom, and anyone who wasn't a fan of those teams thought, oh dear, don't know what to do. We're highlighting the games that are fun and you might not have known about or seen. So tonight on BT Sport 2 is Lyon v Lille. Biggest game, one of the biggest games of the season in Europe, because Lille are top of Ligue 1. If they win tonight, they've got an easy run in the last 4 games of the season. They could potentially win the first Ligue 1 title since 2013. But also, there's a lot of players we're up to look out for. I mean, Jen, we're discussing it before. The players, Sven Botman, Soumare. I'm already seeing some good comments in the good little debate there about Soumare, if he's average or the next best player for Man United. We've got Jonathan Bamba, Jonathan David, Lucas Paqueta, Memphis Depay. Old United names. So many names to take a look at today.
Alex, you've got you want to share the lineups, you want to show the table just before the game that kicks off at 8 o'clock, get people involved so they know what the situation is that for the game before it kicks off.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get this on the screen now. We've got the lineup here. We'll try and get it a bit bigger. Here we go. So should be able to see. In goal, we've got Anthony Lopez on you all see. We're only going to highlight a few players that are worth noting at. So for Lyon, we've got Memphis Depay on the left. He's had a really good season this year. Scored plenty of goals. Could be on the way to Barcelona, but in the mess that club's in, any team could pick him up because he's going to be on a free at the end of this season. Got Lucas Paqueta, the former Milan player. He's had a pretty decent season. He's kind of turned himself into a ball winner. Also got Islam Slimani up front. Now, anyone who'll be watching this game live is going to be in for a shock because he's actually been pretty good in French football. He's got a great goal against PSG recently, so he's someone to keep an eye on. I think we might even have Rayan Cherki on the bench as well as Houssam Aouar. Any Arsenal fans in the comments, you should get an eye to see how good Aouar will be. And for Lille, these are the big players to look out for. We've got in goal Mike Maignan, the Tottenham target, apparently in for Milan. I kind of doubt that. We've got Sven Botman, one of the best centre-backs, best defenders in Europe this season. He's been linked to Liverpool. We'll get a couple of you guys in the comments in to have you say if you want Sven Botman in. We've got Boubakary Soumare starting, a player who has been a bit of topic because sometimes he doesn't show up well in stats, but someone who's been touted for a lot of potential for a long time. We've also got Jonathan Ikone, Jonathan David, Renato Sanchez as well. There's plenty of names to get into, plenty of players to look out for tonight. And yes, definitely going to be exciting if you're watching this game live to see what sort of players what sort of performances we have from players who could be playing for your team next season.
Yeah, and this is why part of the reason why we're doing it, because obviously I don't watch enough football outside this. I know there's a lot of viewers that are tuned in right now who are very into European football like yourself. And it's good to always know who's playing well, who could be potentially moving across in the summer. I'm looking forward to it, bro. Definitely looking forward to it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'll take the lineup off now because we've got 4 minutes until it kicks off. Anybody who's been watching Ligue 1 in the comments, thank you for tuning in. If you can leave your score predictions down below. And I think there's going to be a lot of questions potentially for me and
Yeah, get your
Jem.
questions in, guys. Get your questions in now. The link's going to be in the chat. Actually, save your questions. The link's going to be in the chat soon. Come on. Have you say, if you're not confident to come on, put it in the chat. Alex can bring them up and answer them for you. We've got 2 hours here. So, enjoy it. Have fun. Get mixing with him. And, any big questions, fire them away. But Jonathan David is a baller, is what Crofty CFC says.
Yeah.
What does that say? Sapash. Possibly.
Oh, I know French football. I don't speak French, sadly.
Big up to Prime Lax. He says big up to Jem and Alex. Big up to you, my man. Big up to you. There's a lot of French speakers in here. I must have a French guy in the house. Ultra Parison, I know you talk English as well. Like, come on, man. What are you doing? Stop this.
Show you off.
Renato Sanchez is an op on FIFA 21. He must be good in real life.
I think that's fair to say. But yeah, great with FIFA. But yeah, he's someone to look out for tonight. He's obviously been linked to a few teams recently. And a fun fact about Renato Sanchez, this is where I get to highlight some fun weird facts I pick up. Renato Sanchez has been benched this season because he's been described by the manager Christophe Gaultier as when he plays, he tries too hard and he injures himself. He strains his body too much. So something to look out for tonight. Maybe too much of a good work rate.
Yeah, I was going to say, what the hell? That makes no sense, does it?
That's crazy.
What else we got here? We got Jem, trim your hair. No, Hassan, I like my hair, mate. I will not be trimming it. Hi, James, Gabrielli. Good to see you here, bro. A lot of Sanchez is a baller. 2-1 to Lyon. What's the score predictions for you then?
Oh, see, I want to go with my heart. As much. I really want Lille to win this because we're all used to PSG being dominant. But this story, this is, if Lille win the title this season, it's going to be a story that captures all our attention. So it's good we're all getting in early and kind of seeing where this team can go. But Lyon are a really bitey team. We saw that in the Champions League last season. They really groundy, really defensive. So it'll probably be low score. It'll probably be like I was going to say low scoring, but both these teams, they've got so much firepower that I think it could be like a 2-2 maybe a 2-1 or 2-2. Definitely entertaining though.
Marlon's saying 2-1 Lille. There's nearly 25 of you here. Please smash that like button. As always, nice to have you in the chat. If you're new here, please subscribe to GNA TV. The link is going to be in the chat very, very, very soon. Boy, stop talking French to me. You know I can't speak it. Stop it. Yilmaz Patrick is what Classiv is saying. Classiv is in the house. Classiv, the link will be in the chat soon as well. I know you're a feisty character that's always got questions. Hello, babe Jim. Hello, Jasper. How you doing? How you doing? I'm going to speak about. No, Ultra, stop it. Renato Sanchez went from Euro winners to a bench player, is what they're saying there. Who's this? Is Yazici playing?
Oh, Yazici, good question. I think he's on the bench tonight. Also, obviously the Arsenal target. The thing of Lille, they have so many attacking players that they all tend to get a shine. One thing about Europe this season, if anyone doesn't know, they're keeping the 5 subs rule. So there's a lot of opportunity to see a lot of players shine tonight. And I expect Yazici will definitely come on at some point.
So who are the key players of each individual team then for Lyon and for Lille? Who are the two stand out?
So the key ones definitely for Lyon is definitely Memphis Depay. As I said, he's been electric this season and he's leaving at the end of the season on a free. So he'll be a free agent to pick up. But while he's at Lyon, he's done his best to spear them to one of their best seasons in a while. Also, you've also got Toko Akambi and Kadewere for Lyon, 2 other players to keep an eye out for. For Lille, it's a bit different. They've kind of got a really strong spine. Maignan in goal, Sven Botman in defence, and then Mona in the comments as well highlighted Benjamin Andre, another player to keep an eye out for. But Burak Yilmaz has got a bit of attention there. The player you've seen on FIFA for like 10 years is always in the Turkish league, playing his first season in Europe's top 5 leagues. It's been brilliant. So someone to keep an eye out for here.
Wicked. Has the game kicked off yet? It's 8:01. Has it started yet, Alex? What's the situation?
I think it's just getting ready to start now. Just getting ready to start.
Champy TV is in the chat. Big up to you, bro. Like I said, people, if you're new here, please subscribe. There's a couple of new people in the chat that I've not seen before. So if you're new, please subscribe to the channel. Let's help us get to that 1K. When we get to the 1K, we will be doing a giveaway over on our Instagram page. The Instagram page is below, in the description below. So if you click on there and go and follow over there as well, we'll be doing a giveaway for you guys. But please help us get as many likes as possible. The more you like it, the more it spreads through the algorithm of YouTube, the more people can click and come and join us as well and have their say. I will be dropping the link in the chat in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, you guys can come in and have your say.
And just to hop in there, I mean, how many other channels on YouTube are covering European football? We're all focused on the Premier League. This is your chance. All the new people in the comments, if you subscribe, you'll get this a bit more regularly, and you'll get a bit of an opportunity to interact with some Premier League audiences. We can all educate each other. It should be really good for the next couple of hours.
And the biggest thing, we're allowing you to come and have your say. Not a lot of channels do that on YouTube as well. Usually you have to sit there and listen to us talk for 2 hours. But what we do here is we give you guys the opportunity to come in and if you've got questions or you know a bit about the game tonight and you strongly have a strong opinion about it, come here, talk to Alex, let him answer your questions if you've got any, or if Alex may have a question for you, you might be very knowledgeable at what's going on. So yeah, get involved, people, get involved.
Yeah, I'll be testing a few of you as pundits, so we'll have to see. We're about to kick off now. We've just kicked off.
2-1 Lille, but have a feeling Depay is going to score, is what Josh is saying. People, let's get to 30 likes as well, please. Let's try and do that. Hello, Danas. He's saying hello to Class F as well. Double S says Sumari is needed at Chelsea, Gem. Is he? Is he that type of player that Chelsea would need?
I'll tell you what, Jem. I'll tell you what Samari's like, then you can sort of decide. So Samari's kind of an all-rounded midfielder. He's really good at passing the ball forward and up the pitch. That's what he's known for in Ligue 1. Really good passing range and a pretty decent dribbler. Defensively, he's a little more, we don't know. He's quite young. I think he's 22 now, or 21, possibly. So he's a slightly more of an attacking player, but he's been impressive this season. He's definitely mature. Do you kind of want that sort of player? Do you want more of a Declan Rice?
I don't like Declan Rice. There's a lot of people know me. I do think we need a deep line distributor, and I think Declan Rice is very good at that. I just don't know whether he's the answer long term, if that makes sense. I feel like I think he's the easy option. I think our scouting team need to go out there and they need to really look into other teams in Europe and really see what's out there and see if they can find someone that they can bring in that might not be as well known as well, someone that is very good or is a prospect coming up, and bring him in, because I think that's what's more needed now, especially for the top league teams. You don't want to keep spending 80 million here, 90 million here from a player that's maybe flopped at a decent level, and you're hoping it will come to your team and be the opposite. Like, go and look and find and see the new talent out there, the new Fabregas, the new Xavi. If there's an Iniesta out there, go and find him. You know what I mean? That's what scoutings are there for, to do. There's a lot of people in the chat saying 2-0 Lyon. Sumari versus Mendes is what we've got here from Andreas.
So yeah, Mendes is the player for Lyon, one of their more bitey midfielders. He's pretty strong. He's a bit older, so he probably won't move on to a bigger club, but it will definitely be a battle there. It's interesting as well. We're just talking about these players. I thought I'd mention a couple of facts. So Sven Botman, I said, starting the back. He's a Dutch centre-back, Gem. This is a player that you definitely want at Chelsea if you could get him. He took 8 games to misplace a pass this season. Didn't misplace a single pass in 90 minutes. So really, really good player. At the age of 21, I think. So wow. Looks built for the top. Impressive. Yeah, indeed.
There's nearly 25 of you here. Great to have you all here with us. The link's in the chat for you guys to come in and have your say. So, yeah, it's here. If you guys have anything you want to say, you're watching the game, you want to come and join as well, have a little chat, then please come in and do so. And if you've got any questions, please put them in the chat or come in and join us. Oh, God, we've got an Arsenal fan here. That Arsenal process on Friday was incredible. Chelsea fans take note. Josh, did you not see the Chelsea fans? That's what the Chelsea fans did, mate. Trust me, we done good. We done good. That's one thing we can't argue with on that one. Hope you're both good, JB. Hope you're well, mate. Taking care. Can never trust Spurs to win a cup final. Nah, well, that's true.
I think we've got someone in, but before we introduce anyone, I'll say Double S in the comments has just said Botman is too slow. But I mean, I personally disagree. But Double S, if you want to come in and have your say, if you want to comment a bit more, if you want to join the stream, tonight. We can have a bit of a chat about that and hopefully talk more about Botman, and that might be interesting to the rest of the audience as well. So hold that thought, mate. I want to hear more about it.
Before we get anyone else on, we're up to 35 likes already. Wow, that's massive. Well done, people. Let's try and get to 50 likes already. If we can do that, please. I can see there's a lot of new people coming in here, which is great to see. Elia Greek Kitchens in the house. There's Turks. Burak, yeah. Burak is in the team. Big up to Burak. I'm Turkish as well, my friend. I know you're Greek, but yeah, I'm Turkish. Let's start with our first individual. Man like Farley is in the house.
Yo. You man saying? What you man saying? You good?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, not too bad. I've been scouting a lot about Renato Sanchez, and with the players that he's got right now, I think he has been one of the players that underappreciated, under the radar for about since he won that Euros in 2016. But for me, I think he's always been there. It's just maybe he needs a better team to develop himself.
Well, what I'd ask you, mate, is because I respect that. And I think there'll be a lot of people who forgot about Renato Sanchez after the Euros, and they'll view him as a flop after what happened at Swansea. He didn't make a good impression there. Bayern Munich didn't go well. What do you think went wrong for Renato Sanchez in this time? Or not necessarily what went wrong, but as you're saying, underappreciated. What do you think's happened in this time, and why do you think he's bounced back?
I would say maybe it's because I don't know what he's done, but because I haven't monitored him as much because of during his flop. But I think his work ethic might be improving since the Euros, though. And I reckon like he's become more mature than compared to what he used to in the past. But yeah, man, all in all, maybe like his work rate and the way that he's playing in his position and that. Yeah, man, nothing else to say.
Yeah, I get you, man. His work rate is definitely something to mention. It's like we were mentioning just early in the stream. I'm not sure if you're in for it, but Christophe Galtier, Lille manager, has had to bench him at times because Sanchez apparently tries so hard that he strains his body too much, and it's led to injury. And to be fair, he has had quite a bit. He started with one injury early in the season, and it kind of spiraled a bit.
He's an injury prone.
Yeah, he's been a little injury prone. Having said that, do you reckon what sort of team would you want Sanchez to go to? Because he's been linked to Liverpool quite a bit. Is there any team you can see him going to?
God sake. I mean, what is his natural position like? Is he more of a deep line playmaker role? Or is he more like?
He kind of does a bit of all of it, I'd say. And there's a new thing. So he's been really good at passing, and like he's a deep line playmaker, and he's really good at carrying the ball forward. A great dribbler. One thing we've seen recently is that he's been really disciplined. So tonight he's playing at left mid, and he'll probably drop back to make a back five. So there's something interesting to look at there.
I would prefer him either to go in the Premier League or maybe Bundesliga, because I think in La Liga with the financial that's going on in Spain and that, and Serie A just recover literally after the debacle of that Super League. I would probably see likes of Bayern Munich or Borussia Dortmund might be the front favourites, but I would not be surprised if Man City or Liverpool enter the frame.
Yeah, fair enough. I can definitely see that. Just an update towards the game. Anyone who isn't watching, the game started pretty interestingly. Some good combinations up by Lille, but Lyon have come very close already. They ran up the byline, managed to cut it back to the 6-yard box, but it was cleared well. It looks like quite an open game, which I think some people might have been worried we wouldn't see, because Lille are one of the best defensive teams in Europe. I think the joint best. And Lyon are up there too. But we're seeing quite an open game so far, so it should be some good goals and points of discussion. We'll have to see.
Is this the type of game that has got the opportunity for it to be like a goal fest? Could it be like a 2-3 goal game? Or do you think it'd be a bit more tighter, maybe like a 1-0? Like what are you expecting?
I would say I think it'll play safe because of the title race. I'm not sure where's Lyon positioning right now. And if you're in Lille position, you want to win this game to make the title race more interesting, because PSG's already lose Mbappe yesterday, and I think Mbappe went off injured, if I'm not mistaken, and they also, I think I'm not sure what PSG's results yesterday as well, and if any match that Lille want to take advantage, probably this match, because I think Lille could take an advantage, but it's a matter like are they can do it or not. But yeah.
No, okay. I think having said that, both of these teams need to win. So Lille, if they don't get the 3 points tonight, they lose their place at the top of Ligue 1, something they've held for a few weeks now. So they need the win. And Lyon's perspective is a really heated top 4 race in Ligue 1. And I think Lyon are third and Monaco bearing down on them. So I was actually speaking to a Monaco fan as well, and they're saying they don't know which team they want to lose. Both teams here will be able to win.
This guy's are.
I saw that comment.
Let him know. Tell him about Alex. Tell him about you. There's people that don't know you, who you are, what you're about. You might as well just let people know and what the aim is here, what you're going to be doing here, because there's some new people that are in the chat as well.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. So I'm Alex. Some people know me as Euro Expert. You might have seen me on Twitter through that. I'm the guy who follows all of European football, and this is a show where you get to kind of get into the mind of me, and also you get to join me and watch some of the games that you don't get to see often, or you don't feel like you can watch often. And I provide you a bit of commentary, maybe commentary that's better than BT Sport, but that's up for you guys to decide. But yeah, if you want to find more about me, go to Twitter at Euro Expert. But first, stay for the stream, and you don't have to call me Euro Expert. You can call me Alex. It's a lot more friendly and easier.
Alex, and you heard it, guys. And people, please keep smashing that like button. We're doing really well, nearly at 40 likes already. I appreciate that massively as well. Like I said to you, this is something that is new here at GNA TV, but we are looking for Alex to continue doing each and every week. So he will be highlighting the biggest game across Europe and, picking out the games that he wants to do watch-alongs to with you guys. So there's a lot of knowledge that's going to be involved with Alex. We know he's very good up here with using his mind. So if you've got any questions about certain individuals that you're not sure on, who they would suit, what teams they should go to, things like that, put your questions in the chat. Or, like I said, the link's in the chat. You can come in and have a chat with him. Come and have a say, see what you think, and should we get Hassan in as well, because he's backstage as well? Hassan, what's happening?
Yeah, just give me 2 minutes. Sorry about
Go on, mate.
Sure thing, mate. Sure thing. Let's have a look at a couple of the comments. See, there's been a few debates while we've been talking. I've seen about the cup final today. I didn't get to watch the cup final, so if you guys in the comments did, please let me know how it went, because I'm a bit interested to know how bad or not bad Tottenham were against City. I heard they were dominated.
They were bad.
I was vomit during that game. Like, why am I watching here? Might as well vomit that. It was so jarring to watch as well. And don't forget, these man sacking Mourinho a week before a cup final. Madness, flipping hell. But yeah, Spurs deserve to lose though. They've been poor in that game so far.
Well, to tie it back to this actually, I've seen a few rumors come out of France in some local papers that if Gaultier, Christophe Gaultier, the guy's managing Lille, if Lille were to win the title, he has been linked to the Tottenham job. If there's any Tottenham fans watching, or Farha or Jem, if you want to have your thoughts on it, would you be worried about, because obviously you guys don't support Tottenham, but would you be worried about Tottenham getting a manager who's just won Ligue 1 against PSG? Probably one of the hardest things you can do in European football.
No, I wouldn't be.
You wouldn't be?
No, not really, because I just think there's more. I think there's more issues at Spurs than just bringing in the manager. I think there's a lot of deadwood players that need to be removed. I think how long? I just think Kane needs to go. I think he's been dragging his feet along there too long. Anyway, I think if he wants to win something in his career, he needs to leave that club. This is their third. This is literally their third final with him. And funny enough, he's been injured, hasn't he, in most of these finals, and they've decided to play him again. And I just feel like with Spurs, it's more than just a manager thing. You could have Pep there with them players, and I still don't think with them players that they would win things. That's my opinion on it anyway.
That's fair. Before we get Hassan in, hopefully he'll be ready to just an update on the game, because it's starting to quieten down a little bit. I had quite a hectic start, but Lille was starting to put a bit of possession into the game. But Lyon have come forward with a few chances. It seems like Lille dropping into a sort of a 4-3-3 with Nahuel Sanchez on the left-hand side. And Yilmaz is doing well too.
Is he
the ball out top.
is he more of a CM like a Jorginho type though? Because I feel like Ronaldo Sanchez can, does have a lot of pace, but I'm still quite unsure. Like, is he more of a as a number 6 or a number DM role in that? But what do you think, Alex?
He's played as both, honestly. Genuinely, at different times this season, Lille have played. It's regardless of the opponent. Like, I've seen Lille play. I think it might have been Monaco, and Ronaldo Sanchez was used as a sort of Jorginho, like to come deep, link the play, and start and build up. Then other games, like the game tonight, he's playing a lot further up the pitch, so he's kind of been in and out of it. So it's something. It's something to consider, definitely, mate. Let's have a look through the comments again. We've got a few people still coming in. Do teams sit back and park the bus in the French league? From James Gabriel. No, Ligue 1's actually quite the league for end-to-end sort of football, and you're saying
they're open. They're more open, expansive football. No,
yeah, completely open.
Especially, sorry, Mono was saying this game is so fast I can't keep up. Is it? I mean, is the intensity quite high in France? Would you say it's not like the Italian league where they sort of take a step back and sort of invite each other on to each other? Seem to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously Ligue 1 gets a bit of stick at times because just through normal football banter, but the one thing it's got going for it above any league, I'd say, is its physicality. The players in it really fit and they have a lot of pressing. And as Mona's kind of pointed out in this game, it's fairly, you don't see a lot of slow build-up play. And I think in the Premier League, teams have been quite conservative trying to not get injuries. So we've seen a lot of deep blocks. Whereas right now in France, we're kind of seeing a lot more high-octane football still coming through in a counter-attack at the moment here. We'll have to see. Or there could be a score. It's been squandered by Jonathan Akone. They could have potentially scored there, but 0-0 still 15 minutes in.
How you doing, man? You all right?
I'm good, mate. You? How's everyone? Good.
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad. Just Alex, like I said, Alex is hosting a new watch along now. We're doing European football every once a week, so he's going to be looking at different games. So yeah, be tuning into that. What's your thoughts, mate?
I want Lille to win, though, by the way. So
absolutely, big up.
Lens is in the chat. I need your opinions on. I'm not even going to say that name. Another big performance today.
I noticed that comment. Well, hold it for a second, Daniel. Was there anything you wanted to ask me, or anything you wanted to say to the chat?
Who's the player to watch in one of these two teams?
Well, I've spoken about on quite a few. Hang on, we'll just have to hold it because Islam Slimani has just had a 1v1 and tapped it just over the bar. Lyon just missed quite a big chance there to go up. Really good pass from Memphis Depay, and that answers your question, Daniel. Depay is probably the best player on the pitch here. There's a lot of players that are quite young and promising, but Depay is a player who could probably get into any Premier League team. Obviously, since United's days where he was completely out of confidence, he's got at Lyon. Apparently, that was a team where it's an interesting thing. Depay, he got a team of analysts to look at his game and his performance, and he asked them to give him a team which he thinks would be the best team for his career, and they chose Lyon. And at Lyon, he's become more of a striker and really good at dropping deep, putting balls in behind like he just did, or scoring from range. So I hope that answers your question, Daniel. I think Depay is probably the big key player today.
Fair enough.
There we go. Shall we head on to Slen's question quickly as well? Yeah. Need your expert's opinion on Tchouaméni. Sorry to keep you waiting, Slens. Tchouaméni, for anyone who doesn't know, won't keep it too long. He's just he's a young midfielder for Monaco. He's been linked heavily to Chelsea. He's 21-year-old French under-21 international. He's had a really good season at Monaco. He started the season quite defensive, as someone like a bit of a Wilfred Ndidi, like getting a lot of tackles in. But as the season's gone on, he's pushed further up the pitch, and he's causing a lot of damage in the final third in Monaco's midfield. So, great. Sten's good person to highlight there. Tchouaméni, I don't think he will leave this summer, but that's a name to remember, guys.
I don't think so, Joe, is my answer to that one.
I can't lie. Ever since they sold Mbappe, I think Monaco has been under the radar, but performance-wise on the pitch looks amazing, though. But yeah.
Before we move on, guys, please smash that like button. We're nearly at 50 likes already, which is massive. Well done, people. We appreciate that. Please keep smashing that like button. If you're new here to GNA TV, please subscribe as well. We're actually nearly at that famous 1K mark now as well. We're so close. So, yeah, if you're new here, please subscribe as well. Help us achieve the goal. Yeah, I'll pass it back to you, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, just a quick update on the game as it's going on. We had a bit of a period here. It was going end to end, 2 big chances at either end. From a Lyon perspective, now they're holding on to the ball. It's 20 minutes in. As I said, both teams need to win. Both teams have missed fairly big chances. Jonathan Okone missing a chance to create something here. As Slimani, big chance in front of goal, and he's blown it over there. Let's have a look in the comments again. We've got Andreas saying that Tuchemani's learning from Fabregas. Yeah, Fabregas still playing at Monaco. Is he an Arsenal legend or a Chelsea legend? We don't know anymore, do we?
Oh, definitely us, but definitely us.
Oh, it's a goal. It's a goal for Slimani, for Lyon. It gives me pain to say it, but Lyon are in the lead.
Lyon 1-0. Let's put that in the chat, people. 1-0.
No.
Who is it? Slimani.
Yeah, Islam Slimani, the former.
Slimani.
Damn it! Why did I say... Good goal, mate.
Is he an ex-Leicester player though? Because
It is. It is Slimani. So what does that do for the league, Alex? Can you tell us?
I can. I'll just describe the goal quickly. So Maxime Kakare got into the box. Lyon midfielder, he's cut it back, and Slimani's made a great finish, in all fairness, into the roof of the net. On his weaker foot, on his right foot, buried into the roof of the net. So 1-0 Lyon.
Ball watching, man.
Yeah, right now this means that Lyon solidifying their place in the top four. I'm going to make sure I get the league table up just to get the specifics, but it's bad for Lille at the moment because, as I said, Lille need to win this game, but this moves them down to second place. PSG staying top. This result would put Lyon 3 points behind Monaco in fourth, so in reach of a Champions League spot. So it's a big goal for Lyon, but it's very bad news for Lille.
Got a question here for you, Alex. It's just off track quickly. Why is Timo's goal scoring record dropped since he joined Chelsea? Is there an actual answer to it?
See, I was looking about this earlier, actually, because someone's bringing up the point how all these strikers have done well in other leagues, like Morata, like Werner, and there's another name I forgot to mention there. They've come to Chelsea and just not performed, or not even not performed, but they've badly performed. Like, they've missed big chances and they've had the weight of the fan base on them. So I think a lot of it's been confidence. There were stories in The Athletic of Timo Werner's confidence just like shrinking as the months went on earlier in the season. I think that shows he doesn't look as sharp anymore, and he looks like he's nervous to get the ball almost or get a chance. So, and I think he will. I think he needs this season though. I think he needs to be given confidence to go again next season. But I'd like to see Chelsea fans because I know there's a few Chelsea fans who hate him and want him gone. I know there's a few who want to persevere, but
there's one that actually wore yesterday when he scored that goal, and he bought a face of Timo Werner from Amazon and put it on his face. He came on screen. He's below here. Here he is.
Him and Real Chris.
What are you talking about? Flipping out. What are you talking about? Fuck. Oh my days.
Ultra Parizan. Who do you support? Is he a PSG fan?
PSG, yeah.
Is PSG, is he? All right, fair enough. So this is why he's so happy right now. Jose Font defending is what they've said to that goal.
defending. Oh, hang on. Barak Yilmaz in behind it. It's a big shot to Lille. Jonathan David! It's a goal for Lille! 1-1 already. Is it going to be called? It's been called offside. Hang on, we're going to have to go to VAR here.
Offside, VAR.
Gonna have to go. What happened there? Yilmaz got very quickly in behind. He's a mile offside though. He did very well to cut it back for Jonathan David to score, but it's going to stay 1-0 Lyon. It wasn't. It was a good finish from David, but Yilmaz is a mile offside. He didn't get back on. But these watch-alongs, they kind of throw you off track, don't they? You might have gotten to one point and something big happened there.
Gotta check if it come off his head.
Sorry?
Gotta check if it comes off his head, like the other player's head, Leon.
Oh.
Might be wrong.
Hang on, they're checking it here still. I have to go silent here, guys. Sorry if anyone has any comments they want to hear.
Well, I'll pull it up
No,
already.
it's been played. It's played. It's still 1-0. Don't worry.
1-0 people. VAR have ruled it off as offside. 1-0 to Lyon still.
Oh, there we go.
Ultra's panicking, but it's all good, Ultra. Nothing to worry, mate.
Here we go. Let's reset. We've got Hassan in now, haven't we, Jem?
Yeah, Hassan's in the house.
Yeah, what are you guys saying now?
All good, bro. All good. All good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, I was just gonna say, like, when I had the chance before cut off, I was gonna say that Lyon might take it. That was my prediction. I think Lyon might take this win.
I think my head, mate, says that Lyon will win, but my heart wants Lille because Lille have stepped off a bit. And for anyone who doesn't know, Lyon have been one of the best attacking teams in Europe this season. I know by expected goals, we're not going to go too. Yeah, by expected goals, I think they're at the top. They created the most chances, at least, in all of Europe. So yeah, they've been really good this season. They've fallen off a bit. I can see why you'd say that, Hassan. Yeah, absolutely.
They can cause shock. Man. They produce shock wins. Like, look at City. They managed to beat City, unlike Spurs. But it's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not quite sure what Class F means. It's been the stream's about 15 seconds behind.
No, he's saying you're ahead. So he's like, oh, can you not tell us? Because you're like,
Oh, Class F, if you're watching the stream and you're watching another stream of this game, which I'm sure is totally legal, respect to you, mate. Thanks for
come get in, man. I want to hear your opinions on how crap Chelsea are. Like you always say, come on, come in.
Yeah, I want to hear that mixed my opinion though, because I'm.
Lazarus, if you can come in, Lazarus, the link is in the chat. I've put it in.
Jem, did you see the last one? The one where when him and Kazi had the argument.
No. I didn't see it.
I'm not gonna even comment on that, but I would. Yeah.
Yeah, go click to it.
No, don't comment about that, but we'll just focus about this game.
Yeah. Jonathan David is so unlucky, is what Mona Allen has said.
Yeah, well, hear a little bit about Jonathan David because he's a player who's been spoken about quite a bit. He's like a 20-year-old striker for Lille from Canada. Who played in the Belgium league last season. He's come into this season. He scored 1 goal before January. He was not doing well, but this season, since 2021, he scored about 6 goals. Lyon coming forward. Jose Font's had to clear. Sorry, Class F. I know we're ahead of you here, but you're about to see Jose Font stop a Lyon counter attack.
Do you reckon David can be? I got a question actually. Do you reckon David can be, like the Premier League, could be in the Premier League next season? And that rumors that I think.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to ask. The thing is with David, I think ideally Lille would want to keep him in France for another year because this is his first season. The only thing that puts it into, the only thing that puts it into like upheaval is just French football has had a bit of the money hit. So. Or Lyon coming close twice there. They've had a bit of the money hit, so they might be inclined to get big money for David. But I think for his career, he'll probably want to stay in France because he's definitely built on something. As in terms of striker, he's a bit of he's pretty intelligent, drops deep, links play, but he's also got the pace to get in behind, and he's bulking up, which is something good to see. So that answers your question, mate.
Oh. I'm well behind as well. I'm not behind Alex. Am I?
The prize got a brilliant crosser. I mean, like you said.
Crofty has asked Alex, who has more potential, Haaland or Mbappe? Before I give my take, I've got a few guys on the panel right now. What do you guys think?
Should I say it straight up? How honest you want me to be? Because
I'll let Jem go first, but it's hard.
Jem, go on.
Potential. Are we talking about what does the word potential mean? Are we talking about the potential to become world class? We're talking about the new Messi, Ronaldo. What's the meaning?
It's a good point.
I think Alex is trying to say who's got the most potential, like who's got the one to become the better footballer over the other.
If you want my honest, biased opinion, I'm going to say Mbappe. But I think Mbappe's I think he's got everything. I mean, I know Haaland does as well. I mean, he scores goals consistently, but my only biggest question mark of Haaland is going into another league and playing for a bigger team and winning things, and winning things. He hasn't
So
won anything.
are you implying that he needs to go somewhere else to prove his point?
Prove himself. Yeah, he needs to prove it still. I think Mbappe's a bit ahead of him in that sense, but
I think it's as well because Mbappe's done it on the World Cup stage, right? Everyone in the world has seen him boss it.
But should I be brutally honest as well? I think like with what we've seen of Timo Werner and Bundesliga, like the Premier League's view on Bundesliga now is basically highline. Like I think Haaland would have to do it against teams with low block, and like we've seen Mbappe has been on the big stage for 3 to 4 years. Arguably, you could put the generational talent on Mbappe's name, but with Haaland, he just came recently. Like in the last 2 years, he just popped up. So for me to call Haaland generational, nah, just don't see. Well, he's close to being, but he's gonna do it differently. I want to see him against low block teams. I want to see him like with Mbappe. You can put him on the wing. You can put him strike. You can help him drop deep. He's one of them players that he's like I wouldn't say a complete striker, but he's like an all-round striker.
Yeah, I definitely get you there.
Alex,
I think.
Do you support Lille?
Someone's asked that. Yeah, I can't claim to be a Lille supporter. I've only really got into them this season. I can't claim it, but I guess if there's any team in the world right now who I'd want to win every game, it would be Lille. And they've just had a penalty shout, but I think it's been turned down. Handball. Lyon coming forward here, but it's been cleared. I'll try. I might have to delay the commentary because I think everyone's a little behind because I'm trying to keep up with this, which I respect from everyone. The Haaland and Mbappe question, yeah, I think Mbappe's slightly ahead in terms of reputation, but Haaland looks. I was watching, interestingly, Dortmund v Wolfsburg yesterday, and Dortmund were down to 10 men, and it was 0-0, and it looked like a big game for. It looked like a big game for Wolfsburg. They could get points off Dortmund. And Haaland was up the pitch on his own against 3 defenders for 45 minutes, and he completely destroyed them. He got 2 goals, and they couldn't get near him. He was one man against 3 people. By the way, one of the best defenses in Europe. Wolfsburg got the best defense in Germany, and they couldn't deal with Erling Haaland. So I think that's one thing to consider. He's just. Nothing's silenced him yet.
It can be he's not having the best of games. Timing of the ball is off, is what Mona Allen is saying.
Do you reckon like in the Bundesliga, if you compare to the league, do you reckon like the Bundesliga is more open to League or is it the fact that maybe lesser teams in the Bundesliga has a little bit of advantage ahead of League?
Did you say it's a bit more open?
Yeah.
It's like open as in like a bit more competitive teams.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. I don't know. On one hand, the title race has definitely been a bit more heated in France over Germany because Bayern have been so dominant, and PSG have obviously also been so dominant. But I think they've lost it in recent times, and it's challenging a bit. But I think, go on, Joe.
No, so 1 second. So, Aris, stop this nonsense. Don't lie to me. They haven't been given the trophy. You're telling me Fabrizio Romano said that.
Go on, Alex. Yeah.
Sorry, Alex, before you continue, please smash the like button. Please subscribe if you're new here to GNA TV. I'll pass you back to Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we're doing very well for viewers. I was unsure how this would go, but everyone seems to be enjoying it here. And I see a lot of people. I think a lot of people have just having it on in the background watching the game. So respect to those people as well. We're just enjoying their Sunday evening. But yeah, I think definitely as maybe Bundesliga has been a bit more competitive in the last few years. But I think going forward now, Liga is really catching up. I think there was a couple of Monaco fans in the comments. Monaco have been really ramping up this season, and you got Marseille putting the right pieces in the right place now. Lille have obviously done superbly this season. Lyon are always up there, so maybe in the future we're going to see a more competitive Liga. But what about the Bundesliga? Because what do you guys think? Because obviously you've got Bayer Leverkusen putting pieces in place, and Gladbach have just got Adi Hutter in from Frankfurt.
Dortmund could be.
But you know what the problem is with Bundesliga, right? Like,
Go on, mate.
there's one reason, like financial power. Bayern could just out-bully anyone. They're at the stage where Bayern have the monopoly of Bundesliga. Like, if they see a talent in Frankfurt, they could just take it away. You can't stop it from happening. Like, whereas, like, I just can't see like anyone else but Bayern winning it year in, year out. Because if they go 1 year without winning a trophy, they're gonna look at which is the best player from that team that won the trophy and just snatch it off them.
Yeah. For example, Lewandowski, Götze, every player that in Borussia Dortmund, Bayern has took them all, literally.
And they've taken Alexander Nubel from Schalke as well. It's like the next Manuel Neuer. So they are keeping up there.
But could you imagine if Borussia Dortmund kept all their players with the Lewandowski, Haaland, Sancho?
It's game over now. No?
Potentially another goal for Lyon, by the way. The ball's in the back of the net, but there's a lot of arguments. We're going to have to see. Slimani involved again. Looked like he towered over Magnon and Sven Botman, but both have gone down and both claiming for a free kick. We're about to see on a replay. I don't know. Let's have a look.
Went into his own player.
Yeah, Magnon and Botman into their own players. 2-0 Lyon. It's an exciting game, but it's breaking my heart. It's 2-0 Lyon, I believe. 2-0.
2-0 Lyon, people.
Took his own goalkeeper out, so they would have still disallow it anyway, because it's still technically like a foul. I don't know.
No.
This thing really.
Lyon has taken it now. It's game over unless they come back.
Well, this is the game this is the cup final for Lille. They have to win this. If they lose this, it's done for. So it's important not to write them off yet. But
here we go. Ultra's in the house already. We is what he's saying.
Screw you, Ultra Parisien. We're gonna still see Lille come back.
Lille gonna come back. Ultra 3-2. 3-2.
Go 3-2. We're gonna back it. We're gonna back it.
Lille. Let's go. Eden Hazard's old team. Let's do it. Go Cole's old team. Let's go.
Mona summon me up right now. Oh shit.
Is that Samani guy again, isn't it?
Yeah, Crofty asking who scored. Islam Samani, Leicester's former failure, has got 2 goals.
Oh, Fontaine goal.
I was kind of Fontaine goal.
Ultra saying it smells like a 4-0. There's nearly 30 of you here. Please smash that like button. This is great. Please subscribe if you're new here as well. Hope you're enjoying the watch along. Like I said, it's something we will be doing every once a week. Alex will be hosting. I won't be here all the time, by the way. I'm here tonight because I haven't got much going on. So
to show why you're here.
Alex's
show.
show.
Just to show why.
Yeah.
Well, let's have some thoughts on the game so far, then, for the people who are watching. Like, what do you think is going wrong for Lille at the moment? Because I feel we're keeping about 75% of an eye on it, but obviously, I'm a little biased as I very much want Lille to win this. What do you guys think is going wrong with this game for Lille so far?
From what I've seen, I think they're too open in the midfield. Every time Lyon break forward, there's 2, 3, 4 players running at the Lille defence. And I don't know whether that's a formation issue. Is this the formation that they've consistently played throughout the season, Alex? Or have they
it is, but you're right to point it out because it looks like Samara and Benjamin Andre, they're quite far. The 2 centre midfielders are quite far apart, and there is a lot of space in behind them. The gap between the midfield and the defence, as I think you were pointing out there, is quite large. So they've seen Lyon run at them, which is something to look out for. I don't know if you guys have got it, by the way, at least on BT
Do you
Sport.
reckon they're more under pressure because of the? Do you reckon like they're more under pressure because of what happened yesterday? PSG just lost Mbappe because of the knee injury, apparently I heard, and then the results didn't go in their way, and then all of a sudden, Lille going to this match against Lyon, arguably fighting for that Champions League spot, and Lille, I think for me that they got caught in 2 months, like, and 1 month they want to go for the title race and that, but in other sense that they want to extend the gap in front of the top 4 chasing pack. But yeah,
Yeah, I did get you from that. I just think quickly point out, if anyone's watching BT Sport, can you mention if there's something on the BT Sport camera? Because I think there's some sort of black dot that's been put on.
I think it's a bug on the cam. I think it's a bug on the camera.
Yeah.
What is
Oh,
that?
that happens. Sometimes it's like a moth or a fly that goes on top of it. It just
Yeah.
happens.
It's all
I
going
think-
down tonight.
Have Lille ever won the French league before?
They have. They won it in 2012, I think, with Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard, Javinho, Dimitri Payet, loads of people. That
Just 'cause
old,
yeah.
that old squad up. Maybe we'll get up at half time or some sort of thing. Let people
Yeah.
guess. But what were you going to ask me?
Because they haven't been like close to it before in a long time, is it? Is that why you
Yeah.
might be feeling the pressure?
Potentially,
Maybe.
yeah. They came second a couple of years ago, but they were still like 30 points off. It was more of like they won the battle for second place rather than lost the battle for the top. So yeah, this has been their biggest title challenge since 2012, and it's a young squad, so definitely feeling the pressure. I mean, Botman and Jose Font and Barack Yilmaz are the only people in the squad over 30, I think.
Yeah.
So everyone else is quite young and feeling the pressure.
Burak Yilmaz is you can't knock him, mate. Wherever he goes, he always scores goals. And even in the Turkish league at Galatasaray, he was still doing the same over there. He's just a proper poacher. That's
Really
what he
is, isn't he? Yeah.
He's a proper poacher. And even Slimani to a degree. All right, it didn't work out for him in at Leicester, but he wasn't really favoured there, was he? He didn't start games as much. He was always brought on as like the impact player. And there was no real love shown towards him at Leicester at the time. So
Lemani was a decent player. He actually was a decent player.
He was a very, very good player.
Let's highlight another comment because it's a player we mentioned already. He's almost assisted one goal. Harris asked, "Where would Depay go next?" I want to throw it to you guys, a couple of Chelsea fans. Would you take Depay at Chelsea?
I don't think he's a bad option. I do think.
Bear in mind, he will be on a free.
Yeah,
it's a good option. Yeah.
If you're going to get someone of his quality for free, then what have you got to lose? Because if he comes there and he don't turn up, you haven't really lost out of it. People can't say Chelsea have lost money. If he's free, why not? You know what I mean? But
Don't forget though that there is going to be a lot of like quality free transfers like the Varane. You have your Alaba who's going to Real Madrid, and now you got Memphis. Next year, if things don't work out, someone could bag a Sergio Ramos for a year or two.
Yeah, probably Arsenal because it comes to retirement.
No. Trust me, if Arsenal gets Sergio Ramos, he's actually a quality signing. He basically would be a Thiago Silva player. Like, just saw your defense and be a leader.
You mentioned that.
If we brought him up, Depay from Lyon, because he already had that spell in the Premier League where it didn't work out for him. Ever since then, he went to Lyon after he left Man United, and he established himself arguably like quietly one of the players that has been top players in the league. And my concern is if we brought him to Chelsea, like is it going to be another repeat though, like his spell in Man United? That's my issue.
But we got nothing to lose because it's free, and you never know, he could turn around and become the next Salah. He could just be balling out in the Premier League. Like, could you imagine him bagging a hat trick past United?
Yeah,
good salt in the wound.
I think Arsenal will be another good team. Just mentioned Josh's comment as a side point here. Lyon are pressing them and they're making mistakes. Lyon have an extra player in midfield, which is showing the 4-4-2, showing Jem's top analysis there. Spot on, my man.
But I was gonna say, where would Coutinho go? Because his price tag has been listed. He's been listed for about 30 to 35 million. Do you see him go anywhere in the top 5 leagues, or do you see like no one interested in him?
Oh, that's a good question. I think maybe somewhere in the Premier League.
30 million is cheap, to be fair.
Let him go to a Spurs. You know what I mean?
Spurs, yeah.
I don't want Coutinho. I don't think it's the type of player that we would need at Chelsea. I don't think Man United, again, would use him. I don't think he's the type of player they need.
I could see him go to Arsenal. I could see him go to an Arsenal.
I'll tell you what, maybe if Ahmad and Le Parisien are in the chat, it'd be interesting. Would you take Coutinho at PSG? Because PSG, they don't tend to go big anymore with their transfers. So Coutinho's around for 30 million. He's someone who will link up well with Neymar. Would you take him at PSG if you guys are in the chat? So that'll be something to hear there.
No, but Alex, they're going for Messi. They want like the big player, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They're probably
People,
saving that spot for Messi.
Before we move on, please smash that like button. Let's help. We're nearly at 60 likes already. Massive numbers of likes. We appreciate that at GNA TV. It's also, if you're new here, please subscribe. There's nearly over 30 people here tuned in with us, which is great. Great to have you here. Get your questions in for Alex. And Will was just joining us as well. Will, what's happening, man?
Good to see Lyon winning, isn't it? It's great to see.
Well, you don't have to say things like that. That's hurt my feelings there. Go on, man. How are you been? You all right?
I've been good. I've not been able to watch the game so far until I just turned it on now. So I was doing something, but you know, I'm happy. I hate Lille. I don't know why. I just never liked them, and I'm glad.
What have Lille done to you?
You hate for no reason. That's a bit silly, isn't it?
No,
the only people who should hate Lille are Arsenal fans because they spent about nearly 200 million on two players and not worth that. Well, not 200 million, but like 110 million on Gabriel and Pepe. Those are the only two people who should hate Lille. The inoffensive team.
To be fair, though, I just like Lyon and PSG more. I like them both more. I like their players more.
I don't like PSG.
We're about to go into half time, and we've got. I'm sure we'll have a good chat at half time. I'll have a little activity, but Burak Yilmaz has got a free kick in the last minute of the half. This could be a good moment for Lille, but he's not scored a free kick yet for Lille, I believe. So this will have to be a first. He's going to take it down.
Oh,
it's an amazing goal!
What did I say to you guys? What did I say to you?
How is
He's never scored a free kick, has he? Never scored a free kick, has he? He's never scored a free kick, has he?
Yeah,
I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen.
I'm sorry, I can't believe this. How is Yilmaz at the end of the season? I thought he would. No, sorry, not the end of the season. Before
That is a perler.
Hey, Will, do not diss my Turkish brother. Look at that.
Wait a minute.
No stopping that, man. Wow.
Jem, before he signed for Lille in the last summer, I thought he retired.
So did many people, mate. So did many people.
What a goal that is. I don't care. It's a free kick.
You know what? I was talking about him earlier before you came on with. I was like, yeah, Burak Yilmaz has been a great player, Slimani, and then he goes and bangs that. What a goal! What a free kick!
Goal. We're at half time here, Jem. I don't know how long you can stay tonight, but I guess we'll have some half-time thoughts for the people who've been watching, guys. That goal that changes everything, does it? Do we think Lille can come back now?
I don't know. I've said it. I've already put it in there. I've put in the good vibes. I said 3-2 Lille. They've already just got a goal before half time. That's going to spur them to come out in the second half. This is a good game now. This game is open for anyone.
It's a great game. What a game to pick! What a game to pick, Jem.
No, honestly, Alex, first game on the show. And look, James has just asked the question: what games will you guys be doing next? It will be on a weekly basis. It will be in the hands of Alex. Alex will choose what he believes is what he thinks is the best game in Europe to be watching. He'll be doing the watch along. You guys can get involved. The lines will be open. It's going to be good.
Great. This content
That's the Villas have scored last
great
minute.
content. The French league is finally getting the credit and the love it deserves. It's brilliant.
There we go.
Aston Villa's 2-2 now.
Hang on. So, looking into it now as well. I mean, with the next week thing, it's a good question. I say, if you guys, because we're focusing on the match at halftime, if anyone wants to fire in a game next week you want covered, we'll take a look at it and potentially have a look at that. Guys on the panel low now. So, is this your first time watching Ligue 1, or is dipping in and out? If so, what's your thoughts on it?
For me, I haven't watched Ligue 1 since probably PSG against Monaco again, and also PSG against Marseille. But yeah, it's the first time I watched the Ligue 1, and yeah, it's the first time I can say like probably the most competitive game I've seen in a long time. But yeah, man, if you look at the first half, I think it was more to the fact that Lyon dominated that first half. I think for me, Lille got caught up in the two minds as well. But glad to see that free kick goal could change the half-time team talk.
Yeah.
I used to follow Monaco when Mbappe was there, but then after that he went to PSG and I stopped watching him.
Bro, the last time I
No,
watched the League One game was when Fabregas had a masterclass against PSG.
Oh, yeah.
Ads is all good people. He was here earlier. He wasn't able to come on tonight, but he will be back as always. All good and he's all well after his operation as well. So yeah.
Absolutely. You guys got to take over for a second. We're going to tweet out to the people on Twitter who haven't missed this because I think that everyone will be tuning back in now. It's having a great stream right now. It's brilliant. All right, there we go. After this as well, I'm going to have a little fun with you guys. Just some Liga and base fun. I'm going to quiz you all with a couple of things.
And have you got any stats? Have you got halftime stats, Alex, that you can show people?
Oh, that's
How has Botman been today? I didn't watch until the free kick. So how's Botman been?
Jose Fonte was at fault for the first goal. I think Botman crashed into Maignan, which basically led to the second. So not necessarily an error, but he hasn't done himself great. But obviously, there's still time. But it's something to mention.
Half-time stats up.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll get them on screen if you want as well. But we'll get the match centre here. But okay. Well, I'll talk you through some of the things. So obviously, right, Lyon have only had 3 shots this game. Lille 4, coming forward a bit more. We'll have a look into the player stats. In possession-wise, Lille have actually been holding the ball a lot more. So Lyon have been counter-attacking, which, if you've just tuned in, there's been the summary of the game. Lille coming forward, sprinting at the midfield. I say the man of the match right now appears to be Islam Samani. 2 shots, 2 goals. Superb. Apparently only 1 shot on target, so I don't really know how that one's working.
I think Font got wasn't it given as a Font own goal?
It's because of the own goal.
Yeah. Smart point. And Maxime Kakare as well is doing good. He got an assist and 3 dribbles.
Can you share screen, Alex? Have you got a
sure, mate.
Let's share it. Let's let everyone see in the chat. It's good for them to see how the game, maybe even if they're watching it, it's good to see how.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll go to
where the weaknesses are, where Lille can improve, what they should be doing more.
We'll zoom into a bit of the who scored. Whenever in doubt, go on who scored. We'll have a look at the chalkboard a bit. But so one of you guys was just about to mention about Kakare. Who's a fan of him?
I am. I'm a fan of him.
Tell me more about it, mate. Go on.
I mean, I don't watch Lyon. I try and watch Lyon once every 2 weeks, but I haven't watched Lyon for a few weeks now. But I like him. I like Aouar. I think Aouar's a brilliant player. I think he'll probably see him going to Juventus. I think Juventus wanted him under Sarri, but I don't think they got him for whatever reason. Obviously, Arsenal wanted him. Lyon have got a very good team. They've got a very good team, and I guarantee they'd beat a lot of the teams in the Premier League this season. If you look at that bench, they've got Bruno as well, great player.
That's fair enough. Let's have a look into the analysis then. So we'll just look at the tackles here. So as you can see, Lille have been a bit more. They're not winning the ball as high up the pitch, I believe. Look at interceptions as well. It's being fought in the wide areas, it seems. Look at Lyon here, winning the ball on the left-hand side. Doing really well. It's just updated for me there, that 2-1 half-time. And then we'll have a quick look at... It's lost the possession the most times as well. Bradovic has lost it twice. Sanchez and David losing it 3 times. Not the best we want to see there. But yeah, it's something to...
You wouldn't be saying that if you was watching this game, mate. Honestly, get tuned in. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. But
do you reckon they both keep playing a high line though? Do you reckon that?
Yeah, they are. They're playing. I think there's something we touched on at the start. Both teams, even though they're inherently defensive, they both need to win this game. So I think they're both going for it. You can kind of see Lille spent more time in midfield, but look at Lyon. This just shows their mid block. They're winning the ball here and going up the pitch straight away. And Lille will take a bit more time on the ball. So it's just something to look at there. But we'll leave the analysis there. We've only got about 5 minutes for kickoff. Jem, I've got something. I've got something fun here. Might have caught a glimpse of it. We won't see. But I was going to say, let's see, what have you guys mentioned? The last time that Lille won a title was 2011. I'll pick 5 players here. Or whoever guesses it first, I don't know, you'll get highlighted. If you guess it in the comments, you'll get highlighted up. I'm going to give you a clue to a couple of the players that were in the team that last won Lille their French title. So this guy is born in the Ivory Coast.
Solomon Kalou.
He is a
Leon Kalou.
Premier League. Well, we'll start the guessing in 10 seconds. He's a Premier League player. Premier League player. The first person to get in the comments gets it. Premier League player. And he has, as KSI fans will know, a big forehead.
Vino.
Well, unfortunately, mate, Josh actually highlighted it first. So Josh is the first person. We'll go. That was your easy one. We'll go a bit harder.
That's Lars Jovino. What are you?
You got Hazard, Jovino. You got Kalou.
He's spamming them all. We'll go a bit harder. Someone a bit less known. Another player who's played for a Big Six team, a defender, a French player.
French.
He was in the defence for Lille in 2011, and he went on to have a fairly successful Premier League career. Get your guesses in now, as I'll keep going, and people haven't got guesses.
Premier League career. He's French centre back.
French
Defender. He's a French right back. That should give you a big clue.
Right back.
Oh yeah, this could be wrong, but
Is anyone going to get? We've got Koscielny. No,
Shelby was at Bordeaux, wasn't he, before?
he was.
Aurier.
This player started at Lille before moving to a London side.
I know,
Maybe
he's-
Aurier.
we've got it in the comments. Someone's just put it in. I think it's just.
Fuck!
It was Kazev Debussy.
Debussy.
Oh, Debussy.
I remember him. He got a lot of hype when he came in, but he was crap.
He went Newcastle as well, didn't he? If I'm right.
Yeah, he did.
Might have, yeah.
He did, yeah.
Right, this is going down a bit better than expected, so we'll give one more. We're going to go with one more Premier League player, linking it all together. One more Premier League player. He was in midfield, and he was a bit of a deep lying playmaker. He never got a move to a big team, but it was someone that, for one season at least, I think it was in the team of the season.
Was he at a bottom half team?
Depends on your opinion, bottom half. For one season, they weren't the bottom half. For every other season, they have been.
Did he play for Newcastle?
Oh, he did indeed.
Ben Arthur.
No. Yeah, there you go.
Ben Arthur, no.
Johan Kabay.
There we go. Will smashed it.
I thought Ben Arthur though. My head was saying Ben Arthur.
Yeah, so was mine. But then I thought a deep line playmaker. I was like, no, it's Kabay.
Johan Kabay. Other players from that team included Idrissa Gana Gueye, Dimitri Payet, Eden Hazard, and I think in the season after they got a couple others in as well, like Jovino.
Didn't Kabay go to PSG after Newcastle? Then he went to Palace. Is that true?
That's a good question. Well, luckily I've got Wikipedia up, mate, so we'll double check.
Most reliable source.
Exactly, indeed. Johan Kabay, he started at Lille, came through the academy, went to Newcastle, did go to PSG, then went to Crystal Palace, then went to Al Nassr, and then Saint Etienne.
Alex, I've got a question for you. How good was this player below for you?
Who? Dimitri Payet?
Yeah.
Absolutely. He was a gem, weren't he? I mean, he's died off a bit in France, but I see what I did there. I didn't even realise it. But like 2 seasons on it, he's one of the best players in Europe. Do you know the one thing? I don't know about you guys. The one thing that strikes out to me, the one thing that strikes out to me is the goal he scored for France in Euro 2016. Do you remember the one?
Romania.
The first group game, he cuts inside and like the 90th minute belts it in.
Did that get to Romania?
Do you reckon that what happened in West Ham doesn't work out for him? Then all of a sudden, like he came back to Marseille, and then he's becoming like one of the players that that has been up there, but has been underly quiet in the radar.
Yeah, I think so. It's interesting. He didn't even particularly want to move to West Ham. He left Marseille purely because financially they needed it. And that's the reason he went back. He was homesick. He wanted to stay in Marseille, I think, for his whole career. But yeah, I get what you mean. I think the fallout with West Ham sort of it's derailed his reputation a bit because he was like that first Premier League season. No team was safe from the Dimitri Payet free kick. I mean, that was fair to say.
I remember that. I remember the West Ham.
Did Giroud win the Golden Boot at Montpellier the season before he joined Arsenal? when Montpellier won the league?
I think so.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, I'm busy tweeting out the link once more because I'm going to get all the people back in. But I think, I remember that Montpellier season. I think there was someone else in that Montpellier team with Giroud who won it. I can't remember who. Someone can remember the name. There's another Premier League player, I think. I'll get it up in the background if I can.
Burak Yilmaz has got 243 career goals in his career, is what Andrea says. That's not a bad number.
That is pretty strong. That is pretty strong.
Is he a Galatasaray legend?
No, I don't. He's played for. Go on, Jem. You answer because you probably know more.
Yeah, he is for what he achieved there with them in many ways. Yeah, I would say he is. I would say he is up there 100% as one of the legends of Galatasaray. He was a long server there as well, wasn't he? The only reason they hate him is because he from what I remember, he actually eventually I think he left and went to a rival in Turkey, and then away from Turkey to somewhere else. So that might be the only reason. If you ask a Galatasaray fan why he's not a legend, it may be to do with that. But other than what he's done for him, yeah, I'd say. 100%.
Jem, what team's your favourite Turkish team?
Fenerbahce.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
I used to play for him in the UK.
Wait, what?
Fenerbahce.
Wait, you say you used to play for them?
Yeah, they had a London. Basically, they set up a team in London because they wanted to bring over some English Turkish players from London over to Istanbul.
Yeah.
And I was playing with one guy, and he just came back from Istanbul. Very, very good player. It looked a bit like Ronaldo, but it was the Russian version. Big build. He was good. I played for them for about 2 seasons, and I left. The reason I went there is because I got told there was a lot of interest in me. So I went there, I scored on my debut. I loved the goalie. It's a good little finish. And it got to the point where no one came over, no one come and saw us, and I just didn't have time to wait. I left because I had the chance to basically be trialled by QPR. QPR at Harlington Training Ground asked me to come down and do some trials there. And this is when they had Hoyle and Anton Ferdinand and Zach Zamora and people like that at that point. So they were decent. They're in the Premier League. And then I picked up a massive injury just 2 weeks before my trials by playing five-a-side football. I ripped all my ligaments in my ankle and then I was out for a month. And that was my end of my career.
Damn. That's got nice side, isn't it? Into that. But it's worked out because you're hosting GNA TV and that's the way.
Yeah, come on. If I had the choice.
You know what, Jeb? Jeb, I don't want to be like that, but I've heard a lot of injury type of things that you understand what I'm saying. Like people could have gone pro, but it's because of their injury.
Yeah, well, I never got ill. I never got injured. I never got injured for 13 years, 14 years. I started playing football at 7. I never picked one injury. I got to the age of nearly 20. I had this big opportunity. Was eating very well. I was training twice a week, playing football 3 times a week. Yeah, so there was a lot of football and got myself up to a level. And then I decided to put my football boots on because my AstroTurfs are at home. And I ripped my ankle ligaments and I was depressed after that. But there's nearly 30 of you here since I've been talking about this story. So
seamless, smooth.
Please smash that like button. Let's get to 60 likes. If you're new here, please subscribe to GNA TV as well. But yeah, guys. Yeah, that was my football career in Shellnut, and I got into my early 20s, depressed, got fat, started eating crap, and that was it. And I moved to the gym instead, and that's what I've been doing since.
There we go. Wow. I mean, just as a side point, the game has started again, and second half now. I think we've seen a couple of people, Velvishman, and I think someone else said they'll be coming soon into the stream. I will say now, guys, if it gets too crowded, if it gets too loud, I will just thin it down a bit and keep it like me, Jem, and someone else or another person. So if either of you guys get removed or anything, don't say that person. It's just to keep it all flowing. But right now the panel is keeping strongly. We're enjoying it here. So let's all hope for a Lille win. Yes, Will, a Lille win.
Yes, come on, Lille.
There we go.
Big up
I'm
to
on your side.
Jose.
I just don't like PSG, that's why. So
big up to Real Quiz as well. 2 likes. That's what we like to hear.
My actual favourite team is Monaco in France. So
why's that? Why's that?
Because of Mbappe.
Fair enough.
Do you reckon, like, after they saw Mbappe, do you reckon, like, they went a bit of rebuilt in the first year, and then the second year they established their way back to the top, though?
Well, after they lost Mbappe, they went on a really bad period. That season when they had Thierry Henry come in as coach, and they'd fired. I forgot the name of their manager now. They fired him and then got in Thierry Henry and got him back.
Leonardo Jardim.
That's it, Jardim. They were a bit of a laughing stock, but they have they've rebuilt it pretty strongly. So I think it's taken. They've got a new director of football in Paul Mitchell, who was the former director of football at RB Leipzig and Tottenham. At Tottenham, he brought in Dele Alli and people. So they've kind of stamped in a new regime there that's really kicked in. So also a fun thing about Monaco, I'm either going to come across as the stupidest person in the world, or I'm going to save your stupidest moment. On Twitter, you might see a few people with what looks like a Polish flag tweeting about Monaco. It's not. The Monaco flag, because their independent state is the exact same as the Polish one. And I only realised that recently because I just got really confused why all the people I follow on Twitter who support Monaco support Poland.
Jen, you haven't seen that fake account, so basically it's a supermodel and put your face on.
Go be there, Jem.
Honestly, what is wrong with people? Why have you put my head on a woman? That's what I need to know. I don't like that when I'm making it.
I said, because I think it's because of the lady shogs when you used to be on it. You was always on it. I don't think that's what he's done it for. I don't know. I might be wrong.
No, it is.
Jem, I think I know who it is, but I'm not going to say.
I think it's Prime.
No, it's not Prime. It's not Prime.
Or Epic Nin, one of them two. Yeah.
No, actually, I know who it is, but I'm not going to say.
Why?
You know?
I don't want them to wear their cover.
It's Awar on the bench, though. I haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, he's on the bench. He's on the bench. And Lyon have started quite strongly. They're keeping the ball in Lille's half, but Lille...
Speaking of fake accounts, have you guys seen the Charis lens?
There's Charis lens. There's...
Oh, yeah.
There's the Winter...
Monaco had Bernardo Silva.
No, Winter Silva
for Andrew as well.
Winter Silva made his own, man.
So they've got around like 200 million euros to rebuild the squad, and then Monaco all of a sudden, like, they became second in the league. That's a good recovery by them, to be fair.
Was in a relegation battle 1 year as well, I'm sure that was.
Gary Bear Jem says, I'm a secret. Interesting.
Jem, are you Prime?
Probably see a secret tomorrow, Jem.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's got to be someone we know, or someone knows.
Big up to Claudia.
That's what I know. It's not Prime.
If you're new, I've seen a lot of new people in the chat, guys. New people means new viewers, means please subscribe to GNA TV. Help us achieve that 1K mark. We are rapidly growing. We're nearly there. Literally, we're in the 9s. We're just trying to get to that magic 1K. Once we hit that 1K, things will be even better for us as a channel.
Exactly. And if you subscribe off the back of this stream, you can help decide which European game we cover each week. Because me and Jem have pointed out throughout the stream, we'll hopefully make this pretty regularly. Yes. And we'll cover a big European game every week, one that's as an entertaining game as this one. And we can merge fan bases, the ones. We've seen a few French people in the comments. I think they've been interacting well. And yeah, it's all gone very well tonight.
It has been. It's been a great first game to do a watch along to as well, and I'm enjoying it massively. And yeah, guys, look, what we'll do 10 minutes before the end of the game. Alex can obviously mention it to you. Look at the games over next week in Europe. Pick out what you think is the best game. We'll do a little voting session poll, and then Alex can obviously choose from that. And yeah, we can discuss from there.
With the caveat, if you're picking a game that's like, even if it's Bayern Dortmund, if it's on the same time as like Chelsea City. We might have to negotiate because obviously we want to give everyone the time to when there's a bit of a time where it's not as fun a Premier League game or something, we bring in the European one.
Speaking of Chelsea City, apparently if results go the way City does, they might win the league in our ground if they win us.
Yeah.
We can't let that happen.
We can't let that happen.
JM says Sumari is very sloppy, and Alex, I know ever since you've been on this channel, we talk about Sumari quite a bit, and you always talk about him as an individual being not the complete player yet. There's a lot of flaws in his game. Is that one of the things?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it's built off the reputation he now has because a lot of people know him as the guy who was linked to Newcastle for like 30, 40 million. And the only reason that move didn't happen is because he said no. So his price tag's inflated to the point where you think like, oh, this guy must be one of the best young players in Europe, where he's not like a Jadon Sancho level. He's more of a he's more of like a William Saliba level, where it's like, this guy's definitely going to be good in future. You just don't really know how good. So I think there's a little bit here, but Double S in the comments, he's just said, how is Samari sloppy? Double S, please expand on it, because I'd like to hear a bit more about Samari, because I think, like I said, mate, I don't criticise him necessarily. It's just more, I think his reputation is quite out of hand. But it'd be good to hear from what you think.
Alex, with Samari, I think if you're looking at all the young players in France, I think Samari is definitely near the bottom of the list. If you look at the young talents, I think a big club should go for.
Yeah, even in the Lille side, like you've got Sven Botman, Jonathan Bamba, Jonathan Ikone, Yusuf Yazici. Oh my goodness me! Lyon have just edged the ball wide. Wow, you guys are going to keep an eye on the stream or your TV right now, because it's going to catch up. Memphis Depay has just crawled past the post. I have no idea how Lyon haven't just scored, but Lille are hanging on. They've really been under the cosh at the start of this half. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, guys. And on that note, there's nearly 35 of you in the chat. So come on, guys. Please smash that like button, as always. And please subscribe as well.
How's he not scored Depay? Oh,
there you go. Let's just go up for Will.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a sec. Alex, he's passing ground duels and very comfortable deep, is what Double S said to your query earlier. Now he's saying he's better than this guy.
Yeah, if he's better than Tuchemeli, that. I'm not too sure about that. I'm not too sure as in I don't know if he is or isn't, but I agree. His passing is great. I haven't checked his ground duels recently. The last time I checked, they were about 50%, which isn't, that's okay. Like winning 50-50.
Alex, you know, Tchouaméni, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get you're trying to be neutral, aren't you? With all the players. Can I say my view on Tchouaméni? Yeah.
Yes, but genuinely, I do not know who's better out of Tuchemeli and Samari.
I think Tchouaméni is so much better, if I'm being honest.
Why do you think that, mate? And Double S, feel free to fire back at Will.
I think he's far more comfortable on the ball. I think his passing's better. I think I was speaking to Monster a few weeks ago. Didn't he play at Bordeaux as a deep line playmaker as well?
Yes, he did play at Bordeaux.
Yeah.
He was a bit more. He did a lot more defensively at Bordeaux than he has done recently for Monaco.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because he's partnered. I think him and Fofana as a partnership. I think they complement each other well.
Oh yeah, they're great.
That's why I don't think for Chelsea, Tchouaméni's the best option, because I think we need someone more like Locatelli. If you get one, an out-and-out sitting defensive midfielder.
Yeah, I agree. Double S though, if you know, because in the comments throughout this and like hearing the stuff about French football, if there's any players you think, because we've got a few Chelsea fans in.
I hope one day we can watch Sassuolo.
Oh, handball. That's got to be handball now.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Well, for anyone was about to keep your eyes on the TV, because for anyone who isn't, a Lyon player has just headed the ball against another Lyon player's arm, very blatantly, but I don't know if the ref's going to call it.
Let's have a look.
Lyon playing around.
Oh, hello. Handball.
I'm always behind on BT. I'm always behind.
That's most blatant handball, but I ain't going to give it.
I don't think they're going to give it because it wasn't the ball was going away from goal and it wasn't causing anything. But
didn't it come off? What's his name's hand for the own goal? So it did come off his arm. Sure it did for the own goal.
I think so. Yeah. Anthony Herbert says this game's going to be drawn 2-2. I really hope not, because I want Lille to win, but it would be a fair result. Right,
it'll be a good result for Lille in terms of title race. I mean,
what does that mean?
In terms of title race, it'll be good if Lille could take this game to a draw.
Oh yeah. If Lille, if it's a draw, it's not too bad. If they win, then the ball's in Lille's hands. But Ramey's just asked if Boubacar Kamara. Oh my goodness, Boubacar Kamara is any good? Yes, very good. Don't believe his stats. He's a midfielder for Marseille. He's been played at midfield, centre-back, CDM. He's great in all positions. Well, he's very promising in all positions, but it's meant that he's like defensive stats and everything's all over the place because he's not had any consistent position. But really good player. And,
Alex, can I ask you a question?
yeah, sure, mate.
Do you think that Botman would have been a better signing than Kanate for Liverpool?
Yes, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Kanate's too injury prone.
Oh.
It's funny hearing Will catch up with it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what kind of header was that?
Yeah, I've just seen that too. But
If Lille don't win tonight, they are total bottle jobs, is what JB says.
I don't think so. That's so
That's harsh.
yeah, it's harsh. It's definitely harsh. If this was a game against like Saint Etienne, I'd agree. But Lyon are like one of the best teams in France, and it's away from home.
It is harsh, but for the agenda, I'm going to agree and say that.
They have agenda against Lyon, man. We got our best player from there, or one of our best players from there.
That is true. They gave us Hazard, but
yeah, I think they're going to give you better players in future. Well, not better than Hazard, but players on that level.
Give us Botman.
Exactly.
A lot of people think it should have been a penalty. Klasrev's saying the same as well, who's in the chat. He's saying penalty. Lille are stupid to not kick ball out.
Yeah, and I think Christophe Galtier, the manager's had a word about that because the ref's coming over to him now. Looks like he's getting a yellow card for Galtier.
It's just VAR. They're very inconsistent. They would give that in another game, but then this game they don't give it.
True.
The one thing with VAR in Europe, it's been a lot more consistent. In the Premier, like across Europe, you don't get it blown up as much as you do in the Premier League. But like things like yesterday, where Jem, I know you would have been watching it. I haven't heard your thoughts on it, and I know you're a Chelsea fan, but I couldn't believe when Balbuena got sent off for essentially kicking the ball. What were your thoughts on it?
My thoughts on it is pretty clear and obvious. It's harsh, but the problem you got with it is it happens. It consistently happens within our game. It's getting to the point where even with VAR, it's becoming acceptable. And at the end of the day, VAR got it wrong. And even though when they checked it again, they got it wrong. I know a lot of people on socials are crying out for us all to come together and try and point it out as a group. But
the goalkeeper.
For me, the biggest issue with it is that it might not be the same circumstances as what happened yesterday at the West Ham game, but it will happen again in a different game, in a different manner, in a different aspect. And the problem you got is this: even with VAR, it's not VAR that's the issue; it's the people using VAR that's the issue. That's where the inconsistency is with it. So
I just think it's more to the fact that there's a lack of clarity within that rules, and I think if you want to compare it to maybe other European leagues, it's
give the ball away. Just give the ball away.
Big chances. 2-2. It's 2-2.
Who said it, Alex? Alex, who said it? Who said a comeback?
Goal. It's that guy from that Turkish guy who's got an assist now. Goal and assist.
Yeah, because I'm here. It's because I'm watching it. He knows I'm watching.
Yeah, he's got a goal. Yeah, your guy's got a goal and an assist, Jem.
Alex, when they were losing 2-0, who said that Lille were going to come back 3-2? Who said it?
If they score from
was it someone in the comments or was it you?
It was me.
There we go. I think I said it out of hope, but you did say it out of sureness. It's a dreadful bit of play from Lucas Paqueta.
Yeah.
Correctly was in by. Played it across the Jonathan.
Game on, people. Please smash that like button if you want Lille to win. Please smash that like button if you want Lyon to win. So we.
And if you want to draw, smash the like button too.
GNA TV. Let's go 2-2.
I'd love a draw for Monaco's sake, but
the defender should also do better though. I don't think it's
miscommunication. Yeah.
For the Monaco's sake, I want it to be a draw.
2-2, people. 2-2.
Yeah, go back. Go back to Alex's question about VAR.
He's so upset. He's so upset deep inside. It's hurting his PSG heart.
Ultra
It was Jem.
I appreciate you joining the stream, Ultra, but if Lille end up winning, I'm going to be running around my room in excitement just for the fact that your team will be losing.
How do you feel about Norwich getting promoted? Because that's your actual team.
I like that. Yeah, great. Fantastic for Norwich, of course. Absolutely my favourite team.
Go back to Alex.
They'll be back down.
Alex's point about the VAR thing. Yeah, I feel like there's a bit lack of clarity within that. The way that people are running behind the scenes of VAR. I don't know about how people running that VAR in European football, but I just think in England there's lots of incompetent people that running those kind of technology, and unfortunately, they haven't used it properly compared to other European leagues.
The problem with VAR as well is how it can take things out of context.
Yeah,
It can
yeah.
take things out of context.
I think with
Not always.
VAR as well,
No.
I'm going to get to one of Josh's things as well, but I think with VAR is that it highlights the rules now, because I was speaking to a referee yesterday about the Chelsea incident, and he said by law it is a red because it's marked as dangerous play, and the refs have to do it, but it's stupid and the rules outdated.
Yeah, that's
With
what I'm saying,
VAR, it's like rather than forgetting about it, they have to go back and amend it. And I know
No.
Velvishman's in, but before we introduce Velvishman, I just want to say to Josh's comment who's been following the stream, thank you, Josh. Opinion on Moffy, player striker in Lorient in France, another good player. Want to see how he does next season, Josh, and then maybe we'll be talking about him on the stream because he could be moving to another team. Velvishman, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. What do you want to say,
Ooh.
Velvishman?
He's frozen.
He's frozen.
It's
Oh.
frozen.
He's frozen like Liverpool's top four
Yeah, I
hopes.
was going to say, he's frozen like Liverpool, isn't he? That's what's happening.
Yeah, it's like Liverpool. Yeah.
So like that McDonald's Wi-Fi, mate, and come back.
Go on, Leo's on the counter attack. Leo's on the counter attack.
Here we go. Renato Sanchez done really well there, but I think our Lille, yeah, they've overrun it.
Did he do
Well,
that?
can you hear us?
Did he used to play for Spurs with Renato
Did he?
Sanchez? Is that wrong?
Yeah,
That's
you keep cutting in and out, mate.
What,
You-
Yeah.
Renato Sanchez?
You got that
Sanchez
BT.
played
You
for
got that.
Swansea and Bayern.
But yeah.
Oh, well, I'm wrong then.
Vel's froze again.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Leon.
You know what? That's Vel's face when he sees Kabak against Blimmin Benzema. That's that.
To be fair though, I felt a bit bad for Renato Sanchez at Swansea because I swear that was just because they wanted to Bayern wanted to give Sanchez to Swansea because Paul Clement was in charge at the time, and apparently I think Ancelotti.
He's just hit the cross. I'm just going to quickly, before you finish off, Will, I was just going to say, before we forget the question, who's better, Lyon midfielder, Kakare or Aouar? It's still Aouar, but he's just not played as much recently. But
That's
Kakare
who
is
Chelsea need. Hour. That's
Oh,
who
really?
Chelsea- Yeah,
Why do you
man.
think that, mate?
We need.
Oh,
I don't know what happened there.
Velv is back in the
Bruno's
house.
on. Good old Bruno.
Oh, the other Bruno that Man United keep talking about saying. Get
No,
both
this-
Yeah,
Brunos.
Bruno Guimaraes, yeah.
The Bruno playing today is the real Bruno. The United Bruno is the BTEC one.
No, I don't want two Brunos to play together.
They're
Bruno
massively
and Bruno.
different players anyway. So
It's happening. Yeah, Ultra.
To be fair, Bruno Fernandes has been missing for the last 14 games.
Told you it ain't been the same since Kante's been in his pocket.
Velv, what's your thoughts on this game, mate? And is there anything you want to ask Alex as well?
Yeah, it's a very entertaining game. To be honest, I don't care. I'm just watching our future Liverpool players right there, Renato Sanchez,
fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
and I would say Botman, but I don't think we'll get him anymore because of getting Ibrahima Konate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's last man, that is. Was this ref watching this game? That was a foul.
Yeah.
Konate, yeah.
Well, so have you been watching it, Velvishman?
Yeah, I mean, I was late to the game because I was currently out, so I just came back to
What's your
watch the
thoughts
rest.
on Renato Sanchez so far, then, mate?
Yeah, watching it, I feel like the left-hand side is more stronger than the right. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like he's doing a very decent job in the left-hand side.
yeah, I
I mean,
agree.
I think he's much more better, more in the middle of the park, like where he can recycle the ball play, much more there.
Is he more good defensive player or more good of an attacking player? Though,
Well,
right?
look at box to box.
Yeah, he's box to box, but I think personally he's better in the attack. Really good at. Very good in the attack. I'll just keeping up the substitutions because it's easy to get lost in all of it. So yeah, Bruno. Has Bruno Guimaraes come on? I don't think he has yet. But Ronaldo's on for Bradovich. That came on at halftime. Jonathan Bambo's come on for Benjamin Andre. So in translation, that means Lille have taken off a defensive midfielder for a winger, and so they are all out for the win.
Gosh, you give handball for that. You can't go give handball for the other
Another
one.
handball call. So many coming in.
Jem, can I ask you a question about how you said you would like Aouar at Chelsea? Do you think that would mean Kovacic would have to be sold?
I don't think so. No, because I
Oh,
wouldn't
what a
play.
s-
I wouldn't play Aouar in Kovacic's position. I don't think Aouar's a good enough double a
Let's
pivot
say,
player.
what a
I
goalkeeper.
don't think he could play a pivot with
Yeah,
him.
I
I
get.
think that's not his position. He needs
He's
to be
an
further
8,
up.
isn't he? He's
Yeah.
an 8.
So I would play him in like where, like the Mason Mount position is, or the
Would you
Havertz,
drop
whoever-
Mount? Would you drop Mount? For him?
I'd like to see Mount and Aouar, and
Mm.
then maybe like a striker. That'd be quite.
Then
good.
you'd
Yeah.
have to buy a sitting midfielder as well. Then because you can't. I don't want Kante in the lone DM. If we what a save!
Yeah, it was a great save from Mike Mangon there.
He's in
Wait,
with Spurs, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's still linked. There was a link with him with Milan. I wouldn't believe that because there's been nothing about that in the French press. So Magnon is on the table. You know,
I wanted him at Chelsea last
yeah,
year.
he was on the verge of moving to Chelsea, but he was priced out of the move, and Chelsea went to Edouard Mendy. Statistically, Magnon's one of the best goalkeepers in Europe this season.
Yeah, he was
He's
last
already-
season as well. He was.
Yeah,
last
he's
season.
already been tipped to take over from Hugo Lloris in the French national team already. It won't happen this Euros, but potentially by the World Cup.
Oh,
Magnon's
that
in.
free header.
We need two though. We need two good
Wait, what minute are you
goalkeepers.
guys on?
We are on I'm on the 67th minute, 20 seconds in. What
I'm
about
60,
you?
67, 35, going up to 40.
You're just ahead of me. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I'm a minute behind.
I'm on BT as well, so same one.
I'm a minute behind.
Oh, straight the goalkeeper.
There we go.
I used to be behind on BT, but now I'm ahead. For now.
Who likes some 60 people? I've not been on a stream where we've hit 60.
Well, we're 2 away from 60 likes, people,
Yeah.
which is massive for Alex's first European watch-along show, which, like I said, will be something that will be happening once a week. You will get to choose, even though Alex will pick eventually, you can throw in your ideas of what games you would like him to do a live watch-along to next week, and it's all European-based. It's not only French League. He might look to do Dutch. It might be Italian, German, whatever. Just get involved.
Alex, you know Magnon, yeah? Do you think do you think West Ham could look at him maybe as a potential replacement for Fabianski?
I like the boldness. I think West Ham would do well to get him.
Mm.
If they could convince him, yes, get him in. That would be an incredible.
Especially as West Ham are probably going to qualify for Europe as well. They'll get a bit more money.
Yeah,
I expect their budget to be a bit bigger than usual.
I think if it comes between Tottenham and West Ham, he'll probably go to Tottenham.
Yeah.
If no one else is in for him, West Ham, that'd be a big move.
I will go West Ham though.
Although West Ham probably have a higher chance of winning a trophy. So
yeah.
To throw in that little dig, I love it.
We'd love to dig at Spurs.
Well, Ryan
It's easy.
Mason, fam. I don't blame you, but Commodores substitutions, man. Keep on having Winks and taking off Højbjerg and Lo Celso.
Thank
Maybe
you,
mate-
Anthony, for pressing the button there.
Yeah, but he
Right,
made
60,
him
and I
too
wanna get
late.
to 70. 70 is the next aim after 60. Let's do this. We can do this.
Here we go. Meanwhile, in the game, still 2-2. Lille have threatened to counter, but they haven't created anything yet. Lyon have come scarily close. It remains up in the air. It feels like it's, no, I can't say. I'm not going to jinx anything, but it's
Lyon have got the ball again.
Could go either way. We go.
Thank you, everyone, for giving us 60 likes. Just wanted to say that. Big ups to you, everyone.
Absolutely, big up. Oh, great strength there from Deschiglio in defence. Both teams are slowing down a little bit. It was very
Alex,
young in the first half.
I've got some questions for you. All right, just about the teams that we're watching today, Lyon versus Lille. I want to talk about the key players, not every single player, but the key players that are in both of these teams. Who can you see which player going where, and who would they suit in terms of the Premier League teams? I'm talking about the top six.
Absolutely.
Mainly.
I think we'll hold the fort there because
Hold the fort, yeah.
coming through. No, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
still got it. Easy got it. No, still waiting. They're trying to get in the box now.
Yeah,
Go on,
we'll
shoot!
Oh,
Good save by the goalkeeper.
Good save. Yes.
Come on,
So players a good touch on. We mentioned Mike Maignan, as said, one of the best goalies in Europe. I think he'll be perfect fit for Tottenham. He's taken over from Lloris, and the national team will take over from Lloris at club level 2. I think Sven Botman would have been perfect for Liverpool, but now he's out. If Chelsea really are in for another centre back, you could not do worse than getting Sven Botman, who'd be very, very good pickup, even though Chelsea feel like they're bloated with centre-backs. Jonathan Bamba as well is a really tricky winger. He's been linked to Tottenham as well. He'd be a good bolster towards that attack, but I think he'd fit in well at Arsenal, as would Yusuf Zizici, who's not on the pitch right now, but another player. From the Lyon perspective, as Memphis Depay, on a free, he could be picked up by any of those clubs.
Chelsea have him. We need a winger.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing about Depay, he can play as a winger or down the middle. So I think that's what would make him good for a team like Arsenal. I think if you went to Arsenal...
On the break.
I see
On
Depay.
the ball. Oh, what the kind of touch was that?
Dear, oh dear.
Had a good chance then.
I see Depay at Arsenal or Liverpool
Shoot!
for some reason.
Oh, my Lord.
I think more likely Liverpool because of Van Dijk and if Wijnaldum stays.
What a wasted opportunity that was then by Leo.
Yeah. JB says, I would take Sven Botman to Man United. Would be a good replacement for Victor Lindelof. The thing about Botman is he's left-footed as well. So he'd be good on either side of the centre-back duo. So Man United, another one. Good thing. Mustafa, I know you in the comments. You can say that too.
Leave Lindelof alone.
You know Raphael Varane? Do you think Varane and Botman could be a potential future partnership for Chelsea?
Oh my God.
Given that we're linked with Varane at the moment.
That's a big question. If it happened, Chelsea would have the best defence, one of the best defences in the world. You'd have to do well to get both. I think it's quite 1 in 100.
Obviously not both this summer, but I mean as in maybe Varane this summer, Botman next summer.
It depends, because I think Botman, Lille might cash in this season like they did with Gabriel. So we'll have to see. But if Botman stays for another summer, then yeah, sure, rejuvenate that defensive line.
His price is going to go up.
Renato Sanchez is off.
Alex, what do you think about this question? League One, Alex, the best midfielders.
For Mona. It's a fair point. They do keep producing these great midfielders, but I think the defenders is the one. I mean, we could go on for ages. I was just on my podcast Eurowatch earlier, and there's a golden line about the French national team. They've got 2 Mendy's and 2 Hernandez's and Luca Digne fighting for the same left-back slot. And that's just their depth at the moment. I think in centre-backs you got Fofana, Saliba, Todibo, Varane, we just mentioned there. So many players who are great in defence from France, and they keep coming out. But yeah. Also, JB has said, don't know if Botman's quick. Alex, tell me if Botman is quick. He's not like exceptionally fast, but he's not. He is pretty fast. He has to be compared to his partner Jose Font, who at 38 years old is relying more on good positioning rather than sprinting back. Yeah, dead.
What about Camavinga?
Now, this has been something that's spoken about in the Athletic, I think, as well. Camavinga's leaving Rennes this summer. There's been moves links to Chelsea. He's a bit of an all-rounder midfielder, but defensively, he's proficient. He's going to cost a boatload of cash, though. That's the only thing.
Oh.
And potentially Chelsea, but he might choose to go to a big team abroad, like maybe not Madrid or somewhere, but I don't know, maybe a Bayern Munich or someone like that. Whatever team he goes into will be the future midfield. I mean, the reason everyone hypes about him is because when he broke out, it was in a man of the match display against PSG, completely playing the game. I'm sure Parisian in the chat will remind everyone about that game. It'd be great to see his insight on that one.
Yeah. Right, well, this is a good one. JB says, Lille have only conceded 22 goals. Pretty good all season.
Absolutely. They've been magnificent. I'm not sure if it's 22 or 24 now. Oh, yeah. No, still 22. Yeah. 22 goals conceded in 34 games. The best defensive record in Liga and one of the best in Europe. And that's down to Botman, Font, Zeki Çelik, Turkish hero, and Reinildo at left back. Ooh, Fofana to make the France squad for the Euros.
What do you think of that stat with the most clean sheets in Europe?
I think, yeah. Is it most clean sheets? It might be. Yeah. I think that comes down to Mengon as well. Really
no, it's one of the most clean sheets in the top 5 leagues, and Chelsea's top, apparently.
Chelsea got 29 in all comps.
Chelsea and
Alex.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of Jeremy Doku of Rennes?
He's had a bit of a tough season so far, mate, but he's shown flashes of someone who's really talented. For anyone who doesn't know, Doku's a Belgian winger. He's already made his debut for the national team. He's playing for Rennes in Ligue 1. Looks really interesting.
What a ball. He's going to score this.
Come on.
No way. How did he not score that? This game, man.
They're going to win it. Don't worry. I said 3-2 when they were losing 2-0. So
Should have
trust me.
scored.
I've got it.
I'll go mental.
Guys, I've got to go, but thanks for having me on. Yeah, I'll speak to you guys
Will,
later.
see you later, bro. Take care.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
No?
Very intense.
I'll play quicker then. If the only team that looks like
He has to do better there. Oh.
what?
Oh my goodness!
Come on.
Jonathan Bamber's just missed not an open goal, but a big chance. Lille are peppering Lyon now. They're sitting.
Look at Ultra. Look at Ultra. You guys freak me out.
I'm like this all the time, even with Chelsea games. So
It's easy to get into this game, especially every online. Sorry, Ultra, but I think everyone wants Lille to win this.
Any updates on the Glazers? Cloudy wants to know.
Not that I've seen. I mean, it's hard to believe the leaks, right, of saying, oh, the Glazers are opening to sell and things like that. I reckon one Premier League owner out of Kroenke, Kroenke and Glazer, I think one of them will sell up, but maybe it's more likely to be Kroenke. I saw something come out today that 2 billion is the valuation at Arsenal. Make of that what you will. And there's a lot of people coming out saying I'd buy Arsenal, and it seems semi-serious.
Yeah.
FSG rejected a bid from the Middle East. I'm upset.
yeah, was it 3 billion something like that?
Yeah.
Josh
Hey,
said a good comment there. Dawn be a good choice of Camavinga. A midfield with him and Bellingham. Wow, that'd be fantastic.
I think I regret these chances missed now.
So Jude Bellingham got sent off yesterday.
Yeah, we did, yeah. And still won.
Andrea says Bamba does not know where the goal stands. That's funny. I mean, the thing is with Bamba, the reason we've spoken about him tonight, he's played to look out for because I think he's got over 9 assists in Ligue 1 this season.
Oh my god, I just seen that.
And 9 assists and 9 goals. We'll get it up now. He's scored 6 goals and assisted 9 times. I mean, one of the top assister in Ligue 1, although that is joint. So Jonathan Bamba at left mid, 25-year-old, good player to look out for. He's probably due a big move.
Lyon have gone flat and aren't creating anything going forward, is what Mona Allen says. They look more like conceding a third rather than scoring one.
I think that's fair to say. And Yusuf Yazici is now coming onto the pitch.
For
Here we
Jonathan
go.
David.
Bro, he's going to score.
Yeah, I just seen. I'm a bit
I was
behind.
in
I
of a
just
Turkish
seen that
guy,
chance from Lille. How would they not score?
Thoughts on Jules Koundé? I haven't watched him too much, Mustafa, but
I want him.
I'm looking at statistics and he shines out as one of the best defenders in Spain. So, yeah, looks really good. I want to see a bit more of him.
We're saying they swapped over. We're after Varane there after Koundé again, Man United.
Absolutely.
Let's get to 70 likes, like Velvish one saying, people. We're already on 60. If we can push another 10 before we end the stream, it'd be much appreciated. And if you're new here, please subscribe to GNA TV as well. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying the content that Alex is bringing for you guys today.
On the route to 1K still.
Absolutely.
Get him there soon, please, because we want KH No Filter and this on 1K.
We're both in the same position, the both of us. We're both like literally
Yeah,
in
I like
the
this Grealish out.
Huh?
But you've been doing it longer, so you should get it first.
Jack
They
Grealish
get it after.
in the comment.
Yeah.
Thank you, Flauner in the comments saying you're an expert. His quality.
He is. And he's a part of the GNA team now, the GNA community as well. Me, Lambs, Ads, Sophia, and now Alex is a part of the crew. All of you are a part of the community. Every viewer that's in there right now, the people that are on with us now as well. We're trying to think of new ideas and new streams for you guys as well. So be ready for that because it could involve all of us being in the show as well. So we'll let you know as we go along.
Looks like
A
we've got.
tier show would be good.
I'm not sure if I'm making a stereotype, but it seems like a gem. You say is that Mehmet in the comments sounds like a Turkish name. Asking about Yazici there. Yazici.
Big up to Mehmet Öztürk, my brother Kardashim. Good.
I didn't even realize Alba was on. He's another player I'm looking at as well.
Lyon coming forward here. Cadawara on the pitch.
It went out anyway. It went out of play before it came back in.
Yusuf is play. He is, Mehmet. He is.
Go.
Oar's on. He can. Oh, is Oar not even playing? Why is he not even
No,
playing?
he's come off. He come on off the bench. Wow.
Yeah, he hasn't been played so much. He had a bit of a falling out with the manager early in the season. There was a point where he was on the bench the whole game and he got asked to go out and warm down, and he got in his car and drove away. So he's not on the best books of the manager.
How close was he to Arsenal then? Because Arsenal fans were saying he was really close.
Yeah, I think he wanted to go.
Yeah, but it's Arsenal though, isn't it? Who wants to do that to themselves? You know what I mean? If it was Chelsea or someone else or Liverpool or Man City, he might have wanted to go, but he probably thought,
Come
not the
on,
best option.
Leo, man.
I said no because
He
it's
is
difficult
JP,
because I
doing a
thought he was
great
going to
Oh, Luis Araujo doing brilliant in the midfield.
I still want PSG to win the French league. I've never liked
No,
PSG.
don't.
No
Just
one-
want
no
all
one
the Spurs fans to cry.
Never have, never will.
Was you on
That
Lorenz?
No
Possible
offense to
women.
PSG fans.
Dude, I was
It's just-
indeed, James. You did see me there. So, and you found me here. So thanks for following me and coming over here.
Yeah, really enjoyed the stream, is what Klasev's saying. It's nice to see Klasev in the chat. Jem, you had me
Yeah, I
before
really
with
just
your
got-
interesting story about the Fenerbahce. No, I'm not joking, Jay. That's actually a true story.
Jay was doubting you the entire time in the comments.
Do
He's
you know
like,
what I mean? No, I'm not even joking.
The thing is, he started at first going, "Oh, you waffler, you troll," and then
Yeah,
he
I
was
know.
like, and then he was like, "It's actually a good story, but I'm not sure. I'm not too sure." But yeah,
I couldn't make that up off the top of my head, could I? Put it that way. So
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I almost became a pro because I couldn't become a pro because one game in trial I kicked the referee in the head because he called me a Teletubby on the pitch. So that's my story. So that's how I
What?
became
Wait, what?
I say
he called me a
became,
Teletubby, so I kicked him. And
I say
they said
he
you
became
can't play
just-
football anymore.
How did that stop you fulfilling your dreams of playing a footballer?
yeah, I know.
without
They
kicking
said-
a referee.
Do you
Yeah.
know a fun story of Elvishman? I was scouted as a goalkeeper when I was younger. And I think future Alex came and told me to not follow it because he knew I'd only grow to be 5'7" and I'd no hope of being a goalkeeper. So I didn't follow being scouted. But yeah, that's what.
What's he saying? How tall do you have to be a goalkeeper then? Like,
I'm taller than 5'7", otherwise I can't
Yeah.
reach the crossbar unless I jump really, really
I'm
high.
about 5'9". That's nine.
Yeah, but then how's Kepa a goalie? Because he's only 5'2", isn't he?
Kepa's 5 foot.
That
How many
makes
Kepa's 6'3", but he's not. He's like 5'11".
Oh, big interception from Renildo there.
Kepa is 5'11".
We're heading into the final 6 minutes of the game now. Lots of good comments saying it's really enjoyed the stream, but let's all pull together to have a good end to this game. Whether that's a Lyon win, we hope not. Whether that's a Lille win, we do hope.
It looks like it's going to be a draw, doesn't it?
Oh! He's 1-on-1. He's 1-on-1. He's 1-on-1. He's 1-on-1. He's done it. He's done it. That Turkish guy scored twice.
Go again, Burak
Who said
Yilmaz.
this? Who said it? Who said it? Who said it?
That
people?
Turkish guy has scored twice.
Oh my
Lille
god.
with the lead.
Oh
Unreal.
my freaking
Dude.
god.
What a goal that was.
What a goal! What a game!
Big up to my guy, Burak Yilmaz.
Yeah, he's gonna get yellow card for sure, probably. But who cares?
Who cares?
But
I
yeah.
don't care about yellow card in a game like this.
The hero,
What
the
a goal
eldest
that was.
statesman. His first
What a-
season in Europe after
Burak
15 years
Yilmaz
in
is done
Turkey.
it.
There
Burak
we
Yilmaz
go.
has done it. Big man B is back and he's crying. He's so happy.
Ultra Parisienne's going to be melting. It's not
Ultra, where are you, bro? Where's Ultra?
We might have lost the viewer now.
Wait, I wish I put a bet on that. I would have made thousands today. Fuck's sake.
Yusuf Yazici as well was the guy who assisted it. The two Turkish men linking up.
It hurt.
Like I said.
I told you, innit? Me watching it, Turkish. The
You
connection.
did, you did. It's a Turkish belief. The Turkish belief.
Turkish belief.
Turkish belief has brought it back.
I just said the first half they didn't want it, and then the second half they wanted it more. And you just saw
Oh,
it.
geez, I'm not here.
Imagine Ultra's in his bedroom just watching this game unfold.
Just give a yellow card for the celebration, man.
He just
Wow.
hits a stream with 24
Can I
people.
just say, yeah,
watching.
that finish is of a player that's done that for years. I'm telling you, that is that chip is world class. I'm telling you now. He dinks it over the goalie. The goalie commits. And he just
Is that
dinks
the Lille
it perfectly.
president,
Any
is it?
player would have either run round the goalie or they would have just hit it first
So
time.
the Lille
You don't
president,
see
the
many
Lille manager.
players in the league do what Burak Yilmaz has just done
Oh,
there.
sorry, Lyon.
which is
Lille.
Very, very good.
Okay, I didn't see the Lille president there, but I was too busy.
Or was it Leon? Is it Leon or Lille? One or the other.
I only saw. I
think it was Leon. I think it was Leon because he was sad.
Yeah,
My
only saw
good
Christoph
energy.
goals here.
My good energy.
Oh, now Lille have to hold on. Liz puts them back to the top of the table. Just
Table,
so the context, why we get excited. Because Lille will now have 5 games left to play. And Lille's fixtures are, after this game, I'll quickly get them up. So Lyon is this big game. Then after this, they have to play Nice, which is a slightly tough game. They have to play Lens, Saint-Etienne and Angers, which is a really easy run for the title.
Yeah, but look, you got to check PSG's fixtures too.
All I'm saying is that if Virgil van Kabak played for Lyon, they wouldn't have conceded. Just saying.
Oh
No, they would have lost 5-2.
so Lens, so they've got Lens, Rennes, Montpellier, Remis, and Brest. That's
The English
PSG's fixtures.
pronunciations, I love it. James, I'll quickly answer. Delort is a great player. If anyone doesn't know, Delort is a guy who used to play for Wigan, apparently. Playing really well in Montpellier for in the Liga. Good player there.
Big up Burak Yilmaz.
I want your man at Chelsea. You can
Why
probably
does he
get him for free.
Why? Because he's actually clinical. I mean, that's what we need.
It's clinical, mate.
Yeah.
What is a Burak Yilmaz? When he's good, he's really good, and he's done this through his career. Like he is a leader. He can be a leader in the team. He's that good in front of goal. But
Leo
he
can't
goes
do. Yeah.
as well.
Just Leo can't do anything stupid now.
Oh.
Lille deserve to win the league. I think everyone wants Lille to win it just to stop PSG winning it consistently. It's so boring, PSG just consistently winning it.
Exactly.
And I want Poch to lose, so Spurs fans
Get it
will
out!
be in the mud.
Get it out! Oh, what block?
Oh my goodness
No.
me.
Corner kick.
Come on, people.
Corner.
70 likes. 70
Corner, I
likes.
think.
Only Atletico winning 2-1.
Oh, well, let's go Madrid will win the league anyway because I've got nothing else to play for.
I'm not gonna lie, when Yilmaz scored and celebrated, I expected VAR to do something. Is what
Me
Ultras
too.
All I'm saying
Yeah,
is,
he was way onside. I knew he was onside. Just did he play?
no,
the
all
ball?
I'm saying is,
Oh.
if that was in the Premier League, that would
Get
be
it
given
out.
offside.
Nah,
Oh my goodness! They're hanging on 2 minutes left.
It was nowhere near offside.
Athletic take the lead.
What a cross! Oh,
2-1.
get it out! Damn it!
Oh,
Thank you. I was gonna say, get it out.
There we go. Simari out. God.
Josh says Chabala's been good since he's been in the French league.
Yeah, yes. I've got Trevor Chalobah, Nathaniel Chalobah's brother, been pretty decent for Lorient. Yeah, Josh has clearly got the Liga knowledge on
Also,
lock.
not Atletico, was it Athletic Bilbao was winning? No, Athletic Club are winning, yeah. What am I on about? Atletico are losing.
Madrid are losing.
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid losing.
2-1. 2-1. And can I just say, people, we've had consistently 25 to 30 people in the chat with us all the way through, and it's going up again now. We appreciate it, as always, guys, at GNA TV.
Much love, much love.
Much love, exactly. Much love, much love. And
Father, bring out your Timo Werner mask.
Stop it.
Father, actually turn your camera on. Let's see the Timo Werner mask. Come on. I need to see
Athletic
it.
Bilbao was a score.
on.
Is that what you're on about?
Show us.
You see that? Jeez, man.
So who's top of the league now? Barca, no?
He knows it.
Barcelona can go top of the league if they win their game in hand.
Hey, Timo's here.
Hello.
Timo Werner.
Hello, people.
Anyone got any questions for him?
Still
In
playing.
the chat. Anyone in the chat got questions for Timo Werner?
I'll let my cat out as well quickly.
I like how the guy who scored the goals is time wasted. Doing kick-ups.
Timo, can I ask you a question, mate? Obviously, you won the game yesterday for Chelsea Football Club, but then you missed a sitter. Do you feel like your confidence is coming back, or how are you feeling going into your next games, mate?
Next game against Real Madrid, I don't think that I will be, it's just more the fact that I'm trying to help the team, but I'm just happy to score yesterday. And yeah, it's been a while since we scored, but yeah, it's good. It's good.
You've got a German accent on.
Dankeschön.
Yeah, he sounded Spanish for a bit of that.
Good boy, German.
Timo Werner comes out after the game and goes, it's a very good game.
Timo, I've got one more question for you, mate. Why do you keep missing sitters? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, these are like gilt-edged chances, mate, and you just...
I know. It's just like in that moment of the
9-9.
game, I felt a bit nervous. It's just me. I'm sorry, everyone, if I missed that sitter. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. That's for sure.
It's speaking normal now.
Just quickly, Ultra Parisian. I hate this game. Lyon had a
But
quick win.
anyway, I'm gonna have to, I have to go back to training session. Yeah.
All right, Timo.
Thanks,
See you later, mate.
Timo.
I'll see you later.
Win us the Champions League, mate.
Ultra Parisian says, I think Lille can drop points still. My brain says, Parisian, you've got a point there. Lille can still drop points. My heart says, no, we're going to win the league. And you're not winning it.
I just booked him for kicking the ball away. The Lille player.
We've got 1 minute 20.
And the Turkish guys has got booked. The other one.
Yeah, Yazici.
That's what he does.
Can they hold on? Big interception. Oh, this is nail-biting stuff.
Still got a chance. Nope, good block.
Good block indeed. Oh, my goodness me. 23 people still watching. 1 minute left.
I told you.
He said last 10. He said last 10 minutes, more than 10 minutes. Oh, no,
3-2.
counter-attack.
Please smash that like button. Yeah, if you think Lille are going to hold this out, smash
way.
that like button.
Advantage.
Right,
Crosses it
Oh,
in.
Lyon can put it in the box.
He's gone. He's out for a goal kick.
Goal kick to Lille.
Lille are 3 goals up, coming from 2-0. They were 2-0 behind, and that Burak Yilmaz free kick took them into the second half behind by 2, and they've turned it around 3-2. 3-2, people.
Someone should have put a bet on it.
I think Andreas is trying to troll saying goal, Lyon OMG, what a goal. They haven't scored yet. We're live, Andreas. Don't try and tempt fate like that.
Yeah, how are you, mate?
Oh man, just enjoying the La Liga and enjoying the Liga at the same time, folks. Love it.
Oh, Lille players ready to celebrate. The whistle surely has to go.
It's gone.
It's done.
Yeah.
Lille have done it. 3-2 comeback against Lyon away.
Greatest Liga race for the title in a long time.
Look at the scenes on the pitch. They are going absolutely mental.
Oh, I would. Atletico Madrid just lost, so that means.
For the title in a long time.
Volume's
Somebody
on.
got echo.
Volume's on.
And Atletico Madrid just lost too.
Somebody got echo.
We've got echo. Someone's got feedback.
Pierre.
That might be me. Hold on a second.
Got Pierre.
Oh my goodness me. What a game.
I mean, Alex, can you bring up the match stats if they're available so we can go through it?
Mate, absolutely. I'll get them up now. Get them up now. Guys, leave your thoughts of the game in the comments below. We'll end in a few minutes, but let's get the final thoughts. Pierre, he's still got the echo going, mate.
Yeah, still echoing, yeah.
Get them up now. Guys, leave your thoughts of the game.
I have to pause you, Pierre. I'll have to mute you, Pierre, because all we can hear is feedback, man, at the moment.
Absolutely. Let's get it up. Right. Refreshing the thing now.
You might need to go back out and come back in. Sometimes it just does that on the first time. Try that.
Here we go. Right, we'll share the screen now. Let's have a look at some of the final things.
BT Sports going that Champions League game. Oh my god. Oh.
I'll be at work, so you can
Man
enjoy
of the
it.
match goes to Burak Yilmaz.
My
2
fellow
goals and an
Turkish brothers
assist.
have done this. 3-2.
What a game for
What a
him.
game.
Let's have a look at
What a game.
yeah, exactly. We'll have a look at the chalkboard quickly as well, so we can go through.
I can't believe, Alex, your first game was a banger. It was a banger.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm glad it could have been 0-0. Imagine.
Give it a boring 0-0, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pick the games that have the most goals. But yeah, let's have a look. So who got the most shots in the game? Zeki Celik at right back and 3 shots for Lille. You can see they were all over them by the end. Look at them dominating the box here.
That's what I said.
Well, Lyon trying to ride the pitch up. This is their counter attacks really, and it's mainly coming in the first half here as well. And we'll touch it. While I'm talking, guys, what do you think changed the game for Lille? Was it simply, we did mention in the first half they were losing the midfield battle.
I think that halftime team talk, and when they scored that free kick goal, whatever happens in that team talk, it changed the complexion of the game.
Well, we can look at the
He's
second
only
half.
like, lads, it's only Lyon.
We can look at the second half stats. Lille had 12 shots. Lyon just won. Lille were 5 interceptions as well. They were getting the ball out. 15 clearances low. Look at them having to defend their box.
Oh, that's the
pretty
thing to
tightly.
do on now. No, what's after?
Come on.
You have to find the clip of that handball.
Yeah, we will.
Oh, sorry, a clip or a picture of that handball. So
I think it went down as a Maignan error for the first goal, but that Paqueta error leading to the second goal for Lille, that's really what brought the game back. But yeah, we'll just have a quick look at the player statistics. Yeah, exactly.
Great game.
So
What I think we should do though, also, which would be good, I've just actually put the question in the chat. Who was your man of the match today? Who deserves the man of the match in the game you've just watched? We're asked the viewers, and Alex can pick out who he thought was his man of the match on this performance, and you guys in the chat as well. So we're going with
exactly get your man of the match.
I'm going the Lille goalkeeper because did you see the saves he made? It would have been different then if he didn't make those saves.
It's a good point. He's got a bad rating just through his error, but he was making some that save from the long shot from Thiago Mendes, which that got us all up off our feet. That was a great moment there. And then
that's also the goalkeeper or the one who scored the goals.
Burak Yilmaz. Just look at it. He got 2 shots, 2 on target, 4 key passes, 2 goals and an assist. A big game for him. It's got to be
Burak Yilmaz.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've got 21 wins, 10 draws, and 3 losses, and I'm still only 1 point ahead.
Exactly. What a game, though. Have we got any closing thoughts, guys?
Can't wait for the next one. Hopefully, it isn't as. Hopefully, it's more than this one.
It feels like ages, but blooming hell! If you look at the table right now, 21 wins, 10 draws, and 3 losses. It feels like.
Yeah, get your thoughts in while I get the table up.
Yeah, man.
I'm here.
Is
the mic better this time, fellas?
Yeah, that's better, mate. That's better. What's your thoughts on the game, and who was your man of the match?
Thoughts on the game? Another great Ligue game between Lyon and Lille. My man of the match, Burak Yilmaz, and huge 3 points.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. It was a huge 3 points. But,
it was really. I think what was the turning point of this game massively was the free kick, because if he didn't score that free kick going into the second half, it kind of gave Lille that sort of boost, didn't it, to go out and get their win, and they deserved it. The second half,
it shows the benefit of an aging player, because Lille's squad was quite young and they looked down and out, but Yilmaz's experience and age dragged them through, and you can see the impact of the game now. Lille now move 1 point clear of PSG at the top of the table. Lyon left 4 points adrift of Monaco now, which means their Champions League hopes are put into jeopardy. Monaco put a great recovery in, but Lille, after that game, are now 1 point clear PSG, and it's all to play for. But it looks like
Monaco got some quite hard fixtures as well.
And in fairness, Monaco are only 2 points off Lille, so it could be Monaco's to come for. It's such a good.
Monaco's been on an unbelievable run. I mean, where did they come from?
It's a good point. They've started the season quite awkwardly, but they've really regained it. And yeah, for anyone who's doubted French football in the past, you've tuned in this tonight and you've seen the power of it, because now we've got a 3-way title race. Hopefully Lille will do it. But just as a closing thing, who do you think, first of all as well, what game do you think we should cover next week? And also, who do you think will win Ligue 1? Guys, while they're putting the comments in, what do you guys think? Jem, what do you think? Who will win the title, seeing this table?
I want Lille to do it, man. I think Lille can do it. I don't think PSG under Poch are as strong as people think they are, especially in the past. You know, when you look at them in the past, I think under Tuchel, they're a lot more a better suited outfit. And I think Lille are going to do it, man. I think if anything's going to give a reason why I think they're going to do it, is a game today playing Lyon, who are away, who are not an easy team, sitting fourth in the table as well. To go and beat them in their backyard after going 2-0 behind is a big sign that they deserve to be champions this year, in my eyes.
Absolutely. Pierre, what do you think? Who's going to get to the title?
I hope Lille does it. I really do. I mean, I think the public sentiment will go for Lille, because PSG, they have all the money, they have all the talent, but they've been very inconsistent this season. I really hope Lille gets this thing done.
Absolutely, Pierre. That's a good point as well. PSG have been inconsistent. Sorry, Ultra Parisian in the comments. You have to admit that too. Final thoughts, guys. Daniel, who do you think will get to the title?
You want to hear with my heart or with who I think?
Both, mate. Both.
With my heart, Monaco, but I think Lille will do it.
Oh, that's a bold call. Velvishman, who do you think is going to get to the title?
Nice.
You're taking the mick, right?
I think Nice, if they win all of their games, they could climb up to 7th. So yeah, big points to them. Then finally, Fata.
Yeah.
Who do you think? Will?
At this moment, so tight to call, but I think Lille have the edge to claim the title. I just think PSG again. How are they going to cope with that? Kylian Mbappe. Apparently, I've heard that he's going to miss for about a week because he picked up that injury after that Mets game. And yeah, sadly to say, Lille going to have to edge it out until the end.
There we go. Well, I'll stop sharing the thing now. Jem, I assume we'll end it soon, but I was just looking through the comments. Crofty has said, we had the same thing there. Crofty said Valencia beat Barca. Well, definitely take a look at that and note it down. But,
as long as I can watch it, then no.
Well, a lot of people are saying, to be fair, Monaco versus Lyon.
Is that next week?
Yes.
Monaco versus Lyon will be an excellent game to do.
Lyon versus Monaco will be interesting for top.
Oh, it's the same time next week as well.
I want Lyon versus Monaco because of.
I think we should do maybe a little poll vote on Twitter. I might do one up there and just put Lyon versus Monaco, or is that all it is? Lyon versus Monaco or Barca versus? No, I'll say Lyon versus Monaco. It's more important right now.
Yeah, we'll take a deep look. It looks like the obvious one as well, but yeah, Lyon v Monaco looks like the big game. Jem, do you want to handle the outro now?
We can do. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in to GNA TV's first ever European watch-along. It is something that we will be doing consistently through each and every week. It won't only be for the French League. It will be based upon what you believe as the viewers and the GNA community, and what Alex believes is the game to watch. It was our first game, first European watch-along live game that we did today, that Alex will be hosting. This is Alex's show. And yeah, guys, make sure you tune in again next week for that. I want to thank everyone that's tuned in with us as well. Pierre, it's the first time I've seen you on here, so this must be the first time you've come across it. So it's nice having you here, bro, as well. Thank you for coming on.
I'll definitely be here next week. No, thank you guys for having me. I much appreciate it.
No worries, always.
Thank you,
always welcome. Father, Velvishman, Daniel, the usual boys, thank you for tuning in as well to the show.
Yep.
And if you want to find, like I said to you, we're nearly close to the 1K subs, which is big for us. We're not far from it. Once we get to that, I will be doing a giveaway over on our Instagram page. So if you go in the description below, there's a link to our Instagram page. You go over there and follow us, then we will put you in. You have a good chance of winning the giveaway over there once we hit it. Other than that, guys, please have a great evening or day or wherever it is that you are in the world, and a great week. And we'll see you again very, very soon. Peace.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, like